Oh my goodness, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Afternoon? Yes. Lyra and Jay and Cherry and Dove Kitty, good afternoon. Sarah and Bunny, rather. Painted and Eri, I saw Chicken Pickle in here. Hello, Cynical Timbit, hello. Dove Kitty, hello. Band in Boston, hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for joining me for another ad hoc live stream. Lovely to see you today, and my absolute apologies for once again being on mute. I'm just gonna check a thing. Sorry, chat. I know technical difficulties. We do it live. I just need to check a thing. Hold on. Hi guys, g'day. You asked for a kazoo emoji and we delivered. Actually, now you can access all of these fun emojis from the Pulpy Syntax channel membership. And I'm not going to show you a website, but you can just click that button down there to join. Or not. It's up to you. But thanks for being here. Okay, it works. It's fine. It's not a problem. There's in the studio setup. In the studio setup, for some reason, if I'm playing that ad, I have to mute the desktop audio because it plays twice. Never mind. It's fine. Whatever. We'll just leave it. JJ, thank you for being here for 3 months. Jay says, I'm so excited for Curvy Connections. I could cry. I am excited as well. We have 2 episodes of Curvy Connections and I have nothing but time. But first, today we're going to be reacting to a few people. We're going to be reacting to Chantal's The Best Chicken I Swear Mukbang. Don't worry. It's going to be all of like 5 minutes and I won't talk a lot. It's fine. It's actually like possibly the dullest mukbang you could ever imagine. But we'll talk about it. And then we've got 2 episodes of The Amby Show. Yes, The Amby Show. We have having a breakdown, self-sabotage, and memories of when I was a child with photos. She can keep all of that, but having a breakdown, look, I'm here for messy drama. Also, Amby uploaded not long ago a piece of content entitled Foodie Beauty lying about her weight. Reaction channels are biased and air fryer pork chops. Now, you know I love me some air frying moments. So I'm 100% here for that. And then we've got 2 episodes to go because the final dropped last night of Alex Rodriguez's channel that's not currently coming up for some reason, and I don't know why. What if I click this button? There we go. Alex Rodriguez's Curvy Connection, not Curvy Connections for some reason. We've got episode 4, and then we've got the finale. There's also a bloopers reel, which I don't know how I feel about, but that's the plan for today. So I hope you're all hydrated. I hope you're doing something productive. I hope you're here for a good time and a long time, because it might take a little bit of a long time. Cracula, lovely to see you. But let's start off with Foodie. Also, hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new, and thank you very much for returning. If you are coming back, I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who loves somebody talks about things on the internet, watches way too many people. Also, not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate. Literally here to talk about the produced and monetized content that we see here on this platform, because it's all about what? Choices about what we say, choices about what we put on the internet. Choices! I almost got through that whole damn thing with one breath. That's impressive. And this shirt needs an iron, even though it's a t-shirt. Come on. Come on, 4-way stretch. There we go. Right, let's get into it. We're going to watch like the first 5 minutes of Foodie and then the last 5 minutes of Foodie, because in all honesty, I watched this entire thing all the way through. And there is not a talking point amongst it outside of, I'm doing Weight Watchers, I don't know how many points I'm eating. This whole thing is 50 points, I don't know how many points I'm eating. I can give it. Give it? I can give or take it. I can mostly take it. She can keep it. It's fine. Okay, let's play. Oh, it's so slow.
Hello.
Nah, 1.5. Let's go. Go. Oh, Jesus. Right in the ears.
Enjoy your food, honey.
You too, babe. Bismillah. Hello, Colleen. You too, babe. Bismillah.
Did you all hear that? Do you want me to slow it down? Hold on, I'm just going to slow it down. Just after she says Bismillah.
You too, babe. Bismillah.
the Putin princess herself, Foodie Beauty. Just, wow. I'm so glad my ears are finally tuned to the biological sounds of this person. God damn it. Cherry, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Cherry says, hi, Zach. Hope you're doing well. Also, I'm in pain as the Women's World Cup is on and the games are at 3 a.m. Oh, no. Does that mean you get to stay up all night, though, Cherry? Thank you for the super chat. I am sorry to hear that. And you want to watch it live, because that's something fun. Also, I'm so sorry if I missed everyone. D, thank you so much for gifting 10 channel memberships as well. Sorry about the delay. But thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate you. And welcome back to Kanan, Left Early, Teresa, Ruthie, Eva, Tyler, Evie, and Francesca. Hello, everybody. And Orca, actually. And Jay. Jaya? Jaya. Everybody, please make sure you thank the very lovely and generous D. Martin. So sorry about the delay on that, D, but I appreciate you and thank you and lovely to see you and happy weekend. Excellent. All right, let's speed this back up and get into the nonsense, because that was some nonsense. That was fun.
Hello, guys! That's as energetic as I'm getting in this video. That hello, because I am so exhausted.
The poot or like the conversation with your husband. Chicken Pickle, thank you for being here for 4 months. Chicken says, absolutely can't squeeze a fart past this community. You can't. It's gonna, look, you can try to sneak it in, but we are going to catch it.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's because we've been exposed too much, you know?
Hello, Foodie Beauties. Shameless plug here.
Who are all these people? Ryan Windridge. Who are you? Dominic. Natty, Foodie Beauty, the Carpetbagger. He has a fun hat. Masood Boomguard. All right.
In case you didn't know, I have a cameo.
Is Foodie in good company? I don't know. Graveyard Flowers, thank you for being here for 4 months. Graveyard says, a Foodie Pootie strikes again every single stream.
Now,
Guaranteed.
so you can ask for personalized videos from me. If you want me to sing happy birthday to you or anything else, just let me know, okay? And did you know I'm in the top 50 for daily videos made?
Wasn't she in like the top 20 or top 10 yesterday? Cameo's weird, man.
Yay! So get yours today.
Yellow Dolphin, congratulations, mate.
Don't delay. Check the description for how you can get your own
Stella,
personalized
hello.
cameo.
No, thank you.
Anyway, Julia.
I'll watch
why?
this mess. I don't need to
Why?
pay for a hello, thanks. It's fine.
We're gonna have a crooked camera.
Kitty Cat, thank you for gifting a channel membership as well. And welcome back to Fruit Salad. Please make sure you thank the lovely Kitty Cat. Good to see you, mate.
Look, Mom, what can I do? Okay, so please don't destroy my camera. She's so hyper right now. All right, so I am having.
Didn't she buy like 4 whole chickens and she allegedly cooked that small chicken and ate the whole thing and then told us how she's got 3 more of them? Why are we ordering chicken?
Something.
You had 4 chickens in the fridge.
I'm super.
How many chickens did 2 people go through?
Look, I'm not going to. This is the times when I know Weight Watchers is going to be a bit of a problem. I'm going to be tracking later. I have all of my daily points. I have some weeklies, so I'm not worried. It's chicken and rice,
sure. We're just winging the Weight Watchers, huh?
I'm going to be eating. Not everything. I mean, I'm just, probably going to eat until I've had enough. But I haven't eaten in forever, it feels like, so.
So that's just a half a chicken.
I'm pretty hungry and tired. We had a very busy day. Okay.
What did you do?
So, don't forget the time difference, right? So I'm having, I don't know if I ever had
This is a recorded video. Time differences do not matter.
this on camera. I'm having a big glass of government juice.
I thought government juice was milk.
I have an Activia. I like to eat yogurt with my meals. This is
Weird thumbnail attempts. This looks quite good. It's half a chicken with, I assume, like onions? Something?
kabsa rice.
Kabsa. Or makbous. Right, we have had this before. An Arab mixed rice dish widely regarded as the national dish of Saudi Arabia that originates from Yemen. However, it is also commonly regarded as the national dish in all the other countries of the Arabian Peninsula. It doesn't tell me anything about it. It tells me where it comes from. Man, straight up Wikipedia, huh?
I'm sorry, but Julia has to go with Salah in the spare room because she is beezing hardcore and will not let me do my mukbang, so yeah.
Oh, reminder to switch to live chat. Everyone, switch to live chat. Thank you for the reminder.
No thanks. Okay, so now we have that out of the way. Let's, yeah. So this is chicken kabsa. It's a Arabic style dish. Arabic dish. So it's basically like a very flavorful rice with like spices and tomato, I think. These are fried onions.
There was a point in the KFC hot and spicy box where Foodie attempted to make this, remember?
onions. They're so good.
I don't know why that memory came back
And
to
this
me.
chicken is like roasted to perfection. I love it.
She was all excited about having like the spice rack and everything, and then we just have not seen any cooking
I
ever.
give you this broth on the side that has okra and potato. You know what?
This is a meal for 2 to 3 people. I would 100% agree that this is at least a meal for 2, because half a chicken, quarter chicken is like an average serve.
I always have that. I have some chili pepper and some mabuch. Foo. Yeah, let me move that over.
Don't get me wrong, I could smash half a chicken, but
Yeah. I love this food. It's amazing. And the yogurt just like cools everything down, and I love that too. All right, I will say it again. Bismillah. And let's dig in to this food. Yum. Put that here. Do you guys like okra? I used to hate it
she doesn't... Wait, was it her or Amby? No, I think it was Amby who got confused with okra.
because it's so squishy. Like it's okra is slimy. The inside of it is slimy. But if you cook it, like this one is not slimy. Okay, bye.
Okay, well, this is about as interesting as this gets, so I'm just going to skip towards the end. We'll catch the last 5, because no.
Requested from me. It's so awesome.
1 cup of plain rice is 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's probably like 4 cups of plain rice in there. Wait, is that cooked or uncooked?
I finish a bunch and I get more. So that's keeping me busy too. Some of them, you know, they're 24-hour requests. I pay extra to have them delivered in 24 hours.
She's literally just talking about Cameo through half of this. Don't need it.
I get quite a few of those.
Pea hands.
So I have to spend time doing those, you know.
Every
They're
time.
not long, but
Hey, Jesse.
you want to think them out and do your best, you know. I'm topping out.
Okay.
So much rice left. Looks like I barely made it.
Remember when you yelled at us about that hubcap worth of rice being 1 serve? Remember that? I love being yelled at on the internet. So much fun. So much fun.
Well, that was my main meal. Honestly, I had today some watermelon. It's watermelon season, and that's all I had, watermelon. So I was very hungry, but being so tired, I'm not like super as hungry as I would normally be. So yeah, I wanted to do a live stream tonight, but I don't think I'm gonna make it.
It's fine. Also, not covering that live stream from the other night. Don't care.
I'm so sleepy.
I think the thing with the live streams now is if there's not a hook in the first like half an hour, what's the point? We've heard it all before.
I still have to edit. Any of you who are content creators, do you like editing when you're tired? It's hard on them.
Ooh, Jay, enjoy the margarita.
Stay awake because my videos bore me when I'm editing. Yeah.
When the content creator is telling the audience that editing their videos is boring to them,
Make fun of me all you want.
come on now.
I'm glad you guys like to watch me. Okay. I promise more interesting videos coming.
Okay, well, I'm here for those. That would be nice. Can we get some of those?
Going through a weird patch right now, and my energy is
A weird patch where your eyes are rolling in the back of your head.
just drained.
You seem like half asleep, and this is at 1.5 times speed. I'm going to take this back, and we're going to watch it in reality. Let's watch what Chantel's reality looks like in this moment.
I promise more interesting videos coming. I'm just going through a weird patch right now.
Chat, I'm gonna need... Alright, help me out. What's going on here?
Going through a weird patch right now. And my energy is just drained. So I need to build my stamina.
That's concerning.
I say that every day, and then I don't prioritize time for myself to do exercise or something.
Sarah, I don't know. She seems exhausted from eating dinner.
To try to change that,
That's a worry.
because I use all my energy doing other things. We're kind of rearranging the home right now, and that's so tiring. I'm helping Salah with that.
Rearranging the home right now. Do you mean taking his bed out of his bedroom? And his computer desk out of his room?
That's like exercise for me.
Because he doesn't live there.
Anyway, that's about it.
Those cameos took her out.
Thank you for having dinner with me.
Also, there's filters on this one. I forgot the filters existed, and then I saw her eye color.
I'll
fun.
just pack this and put it in the fridge because it's very good rice, and then I won't have to make any. I have a chicken in the fridge I have to cook. Or tomorrow, maybe make some tomato beans. Maybe show you guys the recipe for that. It's super simple, super satisfying. If you love
She seems half asleep.
beans. And I can heat this up with it or something. Alright guys, well, I'll see you in the next video. Good night!
Oh, can't wait. I'm so excited. That was terrible. We've watched some sad mukbangs before, and to be fair, we skipped through half of that one, but that was bad. Anyway, let's get on to some drama, some messy, messy drama with Amberlynn Reid. Always here for that. Also, chat, if you are watching this stream and you only came for Foodie, I get it. But, like, you just give it a chance. Give it a chance. Take a chance.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. So I was on TikTok last night. I have like this thing that I do. It's a little schedule where right before bed, I just scroll on TikTok. And something about it just like calms me down. My melatonin's flowing through my body. And I don't know what it is. I do it for like...
I experienced melatonin for the first time, like in gummy form, a couple of weeks ago, and man, it made me sleepy, which was a nice feeling. Not that I have trouble getting to sleep once I'm in there anymore, but like I used to be really restless. So I took a melatonin gummy, and I had the worst headache the next morning. And then the same thing happened like a week later when I did the same thing. So I don't know if taking melatonin gummies are directly linked to me getting headaches, but twice in the span of like a week is too much of a coincidence for me.
Like 20 minutes, it is what it is.
Ears for Ambi, goddammit.
And I got this TikTok that popped up about like something about like when you have a Jeep, which is one of my favorite cars, by the way. I'm not really a car girly, but I do like a Jeep. I like a G-Wagon, if we're being like super detailed. So anyways,
Okay.
I saw this TikTok where there was like tons of ducks on the Jeep, and I was like, is this one of those things on TikTok that isn't actually real? I just opened my blinds, which I do every single morning, and there is a Jeep parked across from my apartment. The whole windshield. I mean, there's at least 20 ducks. And I was like, oh my god, this is a real thing.
Ambi, take a walk. Go outside. Take a walk in nature. You need to leave this apartment. You need to... if your entire personality is being built up of what you can see outside of that window at this point, we need to... Alright, we need to get out now. We need to go take a walk. Let's take Twinkie for a walk. Let's go see more things than just what we can see from our window. Let's go.
Drive. I don't have a Jeep. But I'm almost tempted to go buy some little ducks just to put on Jeeps.
Hangover from melatonin.
I don't know why people with Jeeps do this.
That's me.
I don't know, but I just learned it and now I'm physically seeing it in real life. I've had not a good day today. I got my dress stained, so I'm gonna change my...
Why is she mixing THC and melatonin? I have no idea, D. Quirky. She's quirky.
My shirt real quick, so I will be right back. I just think it's so funny because the last time that happened, I was also wearing that dress, so like, what's happening? Well, I have had such a hard day today.
Have you? Tell us all about it, dear.
I have not been wanting to film. I've been back on my like heartbreak bullshit, like crying and just feeling super unmotivated to do anything really. Y'all, I literally just slammed my finger.
How long has it been now? When did they broke up? Jesus. When did they break up? The 4th. Right. We're coming up to almost a month.
In a door. Yes, I did. I was taking Twinkie potty.
You are just full of all of the tippy tumbles and accidents, aren't you? You had a fall, you've slammed your finger in a door. I assume that no babies have slid into your DMs. Voodoo, thank you so much for gifting 5 channel memberships, and welcome back to Directionally, Shannon, Zans, Jess, and Colleen. Hello everybody, please make sure you thank the lovely Voodoo for their gift. Thanks mate, appreciate it.
I was coming back in. I don't know what I did, but yeah, now my finger.
Sympathy grabs 100%.
It's not bruised, swollen or anything, but it's like throbbing a little bit, so that hurt. But I wanted to do some P.O. box. I still have my P.O. box, so if you want to send me anything, here's my P.O. box. Like my...
Don't.
Contract.
Oh, speaking of P.O. boxes, someone sent me, I'm not sure who it was on YouTube, but I saw them in Discord. Chat, I know we haven't been talking about my castle for a really long time because I should take my own advice and like show and not tell. So hopefully in the future there will be some featured content about castles. It's great. It ticks so many boxes. It's like Legos but paper. And I get to build a castle. How fun. Anyway, back to Amby's P.O. Box.
The P.O. Box is for the next couple of months, so you guys can still send me stuff. I've had people ask. So first thing I'm going to open...
Please film it. Oh, I should.
...is this package here.
It'd be really hard to do it on stream, so maybe it would be better to film it.
So these are some really pretty earrings from Bobby. Thank you so freaking much. Like, look how beautiful those are. Their dad actually made them for me. Specifically for me. So that's like super freaking sweet and amazing. Thank you so much. Like, to think
we will never see those earrings. I am, if I were more interested in watching like modern Amby and not like classic Amby, Amby classique. If I were more interested in watching modern Amby, I would go back and watch all of her P.O. Box stuff and see if we ever see it featured on the channel, because I don't think any of the earrings she ever gets sent are featured.
Think of me and to like take the time to do that. They're stunning. So the next thing,
the YouTube icons are big. Where?
Is this package right here.
Hello, Lord Brooke.
Which there's no note to, but it's a book called Life Isn't Weighed on the Bathroom Scales by Laura Rose. So I guess it's a book about like...
Don't be a victim of the thinness conspiracy. Y'all...
Like debunking myths about weight loss industry, I guess. So whoever sent this to me, thank you. Okay guys, so I'm about to actually show you.
The funny thing is, like in that whole, don't get me wrong, I think the diet and fitness industry can be supremely problematic, right? And like it doesn't take into account a lot of people's individual experiences, right? Right. With all of that being said, like the weight loss industry, you don't need all of that generally. Right? Like you don't need the shakes, you don't need the protein powders, you don't need all of that stuff. Medical experts may say, yeah, it'd be a good idea if you got more protein, maybe you should take protein shakes or whatever. But outside of that, all of the like advertising, all of the marketing, all of the influencers, all of that stuff is not a requirement for weight loss. Not saying it doesn't directly impact people who see all of that, it absolutely does. But it's not a requirement. You don't need to engage in any of that to like lose weight. The general rule of thumb is calorie deficit, which has absolutely nothing to do with any of that. Cool.
Something super like special to me. So I'm just gonna do a real quick backstory. I am the oldest of 4. I have 3 younger brothers, and when I was first put into foster care, me and one of my brothers were put into foster care while the other one actually got put up for closed adoption.
Oh, SJ, I don't know why. I guess I'm just a bit too busy.
So he was adopted, and that was one of the
like keeping up with reactions and like real life. It's tricky.
Hardest things that I've ever had to go through. And then my mom ended up getting pregnant again, and she ended up having my baby brother, and I only got to meet him one time. My mom actually had him while I was in foster care, but I was able to the hospital where she had him for a supervised...
Why are we talking about this? What brought this on?
...visit, and I held him in my arms.
Hey, Tiny.
And my mom actually sent me a picture. I don't even know how she still has it, but she sent me a picture of that day. Yeah, she did. Like, there's not a lot of things I remember from...
Okay, Amby, I'm gonna say, I don't know how many times I can say this while we watch you. All of these conversations would be much more beneficial to be had with either your good Judies or a licensed professional, not YouTube.
From my childhood, but I remember that moment, and I remember that day, and I remember how like wonderful it was, but also how hard it was. So in this photo, I am about 12 years old, and 3 years later, I actually wrote a poem. So I was 15, and I still have that poem. I remember when I was in high school, I went
Hey, Kenzie.
to the trailer where I used to live, and there was still some stuff laying around,
ALR needs a buddy.
couches, and things were torn apart by the police, and it was just insane. But there was a few things still left in my room, and one of those things was the poem that I wrote.
It's poetry time.
About my baby brother, who I only got to meet one time. And through all the years of being alive, because I'm 32, I have been able to keep that poem. So I want to show you the picture. I also want to read you the poem. The poem is not that good. Remember, I was 15, okay?
Ma'am, you cry so much about people like engaging in your private life, and yet do stuff like this. It's like doing this in a private capacity where you're able to like talk through your feelings and stuff. Great. Not what YouTube's for. YouTube's for watching like nonsense. This is Wild. Jamie, thank you for being here for 17 months. I appreciate it. Jamie says, it's odd to me that she made the adoptions about her. I can kind of understand her wanting to, like, impart her story on her audience. I get that. But I just don't... I don't know. She seems to have a lot of feelings about all of this, which is understandable. But, like, what do we do with that? You know what I mean? Very, like, feeling very trauma-dumpy. Trauma-dumper. That's fun.
But it was special and important to me, and I really want to open up a little bit more and show it. You're out there under the same moon. We place our feet on the same gravel. I met you once and held you tight. I think of the sadness of my last goodbye. You looked at me with baby eyes. Oblivious to your future versus mine. Our mom made the choice while I suffer the consequence. Although I saw everything we could be, our mom made the choice and set you free. A brother I will love forever, who will never love me. My first brother that
made me very awkward. That made me very awkward. We made some choices today. Look, I could understand 15-year-old Amberlynn Reid working through some stuff through poetry. I get that. I don't necessarily understand literally 32-year-old Amberlynn Reid presenting all of that stuff to her internet audience in this moment. Because first of all, we've never heard of this before. Second of all, why is this a talking point now? Thirdly, like, that entire poem reads quite selfish in everything. God damn.
was put up for adoption that I was really close to. I saved his life and everything. I still don't know where he is. I think about him, dream about him, miss him.
Oh, this is the Gurnals? Oh, this is definitely what the Gurnals are like. Yeah, you're right.
Love him dearly, and I just hope that he's okay. But the one in that photo that I just showed you guys, he found us a few years ago, so he is actively in my life, and I can safely say that, you know, that last line in the poem isn't true.
Again, Amy, I'm just gonna say now, you can keep some things private. Like, we don't need to know everything about every family member in your entire life. Like, the person who you're talking about now, I believe is the same person who you said was in active addiction not long ago, right? Or moving through addiction or something. Anyway, here's the thing. I know too much about your family who are not featured on your platform. Different story if, like, mum was coming online and telling her story, or the brother was coming online and telling his story. But, like, we hear everything about Ambi's family directly through her, and it seems, I don't know if it's just me, but I seem to know too much about them, and I would prefer not to. But thank you so much for sharing.
He loves me and I love him, and I've never been so grateful, and I can only hope that my other baby brother will
Amanda,
find me one day, hopefully. Okay, so right now I'm actually making a little store list moment and kind of thinking more of, like, what is it that I want to do with myself? Like,
also, again, like, it's kind of about context in that conversation, right? Like, if you are going to sit down and make a piece of content where you talk about, like, your family and the, you know, the all of that, first of all, probably a better idea to involve them. Second of all, like, don't just dump that stuff in the middle of vlogs, because that's weird. Vlogging is about, like, your life, not everybody else's who isn't currently being featured. It's a bit weird.
I thoroughly just feel so lost as a person right now. I just feel so lost, and I just need to...
Oh, Amethyst, it's 100% frustrating. Yeah. That's what is intrinsically interesting. Just how can an individual frustrate me so much, you know?
Find
Kristen, lovely to see you. Hello.
myself, be myself.
Need a pulpy and ears emoji. I haven't even thought of that. You're so right.
Like, just wholeheartedly. I don't care about what anyone says about me. I don't care. I just need to be myself, and I have to keep, like, reminding myself of that. Because the only person I got right now is myself. That's the only person I got right now.
So Fleen's not in the building.
And
Noted.
with how lost I feel, like, if I didn't even have myself, I don't even know, like, I just don't even know.
Lou, 100%, Lou has said she doesn't seem to have a lot of a support system. She's leaning on the internet too much. That's kind of been Ambi's issue for, like, a long, long while. And she definitely, like, I understand building your support network out of like, your loved ones and out of your romantic interests and relationships and all of that stuff. But I think it really does become very apparent. We haven't seen a lot of single Ambi, but we've definitely seen Ambi, like, a little disconnected from the relationships. I don't think that's unfair to say because we see the vlogs, but yeah, she definitely leans on the audience for a lot of support that she could be getting in real life, but or like, you know, helping herself, but she chooses not to. Anyway, Lyra, thank you for being here for 2 months. Lyra says, like the stream, please, and thank you. Oh yeah, chat, if you're enjoying the stream, please feel free to hit the like button. I appreciate you all. Annie with an L, lovely to see you. I hope you're having a fabulous Friday. Thank you for the super chat. And he says, a baby brother with your 10-pound little baby eyes that looked at me with your opposed to fully grown eyes, and you wonder why I refused to have with ALR. She's a lot. I mean, Annie, when you, like, even though in this title she says memory of when I was a child, I wasn't necessarily expecting her to be talking about, like, her baby brother and going through all of that. So it was definitely, like Ambi's kind of pulling, this is kind of the face I was experiencing internally, you know? Just shock at what we were kind of exposed to. I understand why people wouldn't want to watch it, 100%. Annie. Thimble, thank you for being here for 7 months as well. Thimble says, immaculate pause game as always. It is my absolute pleasure. You're all welcome. Just take it in. Take it in. That's great.
No, just like amongst all that and just like feeling lost, I know that I'm gaining weight. Like I actively see it in my face when I'm editing, and it kind of shocks me. I'm not gonna lie, because like it's hard to notice weight loss on my body, and it's also really hard to notice weight gain on my body. And the fact that I can like physically see that, I hate it. I hate it so much. Like I just can't sit around and sit and wait and wait and wait. Like what am I waiting for? You know? And
ma'am, I don't know, because you do a whole lot of talking. Like, I remember me at my worst, I would not talk about food. I would not talk about, I wouldn't talk about any of that stuff. I wouldn't talk about dieting or my attempts at dieting. I would keep that all very, very private, probably because there was an element of shame to it, which wasn't, like, how I'd gotten to where I was, but just knowing that I tried things for so long. And you never want to talk about things that are, like, actively happening or in the planning processes, because like if you're doomed to fail, you kind of just end up with egg on your face. And I guess that is kind of one of the major frustrations with Ambi and Foodie, is all of this talk. And like, it's fine to hype yourself up, and that's great, but ultimately we've been through this so many times with these people that it's just never gonna, like, what do they want from us? What are we meant to supply back in? Good job, great, you're gonna do great. 3 days later, I quit Weight Watchers. Wow, I'm so shocked. I know. I
don't know why, but like I keep having like these feelings of guilt, and I talk about guilt a lot in therapy. With
I'm sorry, are you still in therapy?
Things that happened in my past when I was younger, things that were definitely not my fault, and it's like my therapist is trying to teach me like.
Okay, she's talking like she's still in active therapy. You all are hearing this, right?
When it's okay to feel guilt, and when I'm feeling guilt for like reasons that really don't make sense, things that I shouldn't feel guilty for. But something I'm feeling like a sense of guilt, which I feel like is sabotaging me, like I'm doing like a self-sabotage situation type deal, is like when I was with Feline, like,
I'm sorry, is this sped up? Oh boy, it is. Okay.
A lot of people, you know, thought she was a feeder and like all this nonsense that is not true. The whole time she was so supportive and she wanted me to lose weight. And it wasn't because of physicality, because she finds me beautiful, and for that I'm forever grateful, because she actually made me feel that way a lot. And it was just because of health.
Oh god, Abby's gonna cry again.
And
who's got the tissues?
Because of stamina. And you know, she wanted to have a whole life with me, and obviously at this size she was only able to have like a partial part of that instead of like what she fully wanted, you know? Like we couldn't hop on a plane and go to Bora Bora because of me. I had all this support from her and all the guidance. She always urged me to exercise and to eat healthy and do right. And it's like, if I do that now, I'm gonna feel so guilty, because it's like, why did I do that when I was with her? So it's like, I have this like guilt.
I'm sorry, you're experiencing guilt for a thing that, one, you're not even doing, and two, is about saving your life? This is a mess. Hold on, I need you to finish this, and then we're gonna go back and unpack it.
Feeling, and I know I need to talk about it in therapy.
God, you do.
And like, I've talked about it to Feline, obviously, like it's something we talked about earlier today, and it's just like,
guilt and regret are not the same thing. That's true, Thimble.
Obviously doesn't want me to feel this way, like, regardless if we're together or not. Like,
Oh my god, BB, hi.
she wants me to succeed, but it's like,
Don't worry, we missed out on Foodie. We've skipped past her, it's fine.
why do I feel so bad that, like, if I succeed now when we're not together, like, it's such a weird, like, thing in my brain, like, that I just can't.
I definitely think that's regret and not guilt, because I was just thinking about it. Ambi and Feline were together for, what, like 2 years? Was it 2 years? Year and a half? And I don't know, cynical Zach is hearing this conversation and hearing Ambi in a roundabout way putting the onus and blame on Feline for the reasons why she can't change her actions and behavior in the breakup, because if she does, she would feel bad that she wasn't able to do it in the breakup, which I feel like is a weird little conversation we've had with Becky before as well. Like, I swear Ambi said something similar to Becky. Like, Ambi would feel guilty for changing things that she wanted to change while she was single instead of doing it with Becky, because it would be, like, disrespectful to Becky because she didn't do it when she was with Becky. Fuck me, the mental gymnastics are off the scale. Gold medal, though.
And all the guidance. She always...
It's the exact same thing she said. Mushroom. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the memories. I appreciate you.
urged me to exercise and to eat healthy and do right. And it's like, if I do that now, I'm gonna feel so guilty. Because it's like, why didn't I do that when I was with her?
Why didn't you do it before her? Like, that's a whole thing to unpack with a therapist. It's not got to do with the person that you're with. I think that Feline was most certainly one of the, like, obviously one of Ambi's biggest supporters. But the way Ambi built up Feline to all of us was that, yeah, she lives an active lifestyle. She's very health conscious. She's going to help me. Like, she's all about helping me. She loves me. She's really interested in, like, helping me through things. And girl, I don't know what the answer is. I'm not a professional, but like Feline literally said to you that she was going to help financially support your weight loss surgery, like drove you to the clinic, which you said was like 8 hours away or whatever it was. Like Feline actively attempted to assist you over the last 2 years. And you did fuck all. So yeah, this is regret now. This isn't grief about, oh no, what if I change in the future and how dare I disrespect Feline like that? No, this is fully a recognition of wasting 2 years of an excellent opportunity just because you didn't want to sit with your discomfort. That's a direct Ambi quote. That's not me being shady, by the way.
So it's like, I have this like guilt feeling. And I know I need to talk about it in therapy. And like, I've talked about it to Feline, obviously, like, it's something we talked about earlier today, and it's just, like, she obviously doesn't want me to feel this way, like, regardless if we're together or not, like...
And this also feels very manipulative. Again, I've watched far too much Ambi, and I feel like she's quite manipulative. All of this screams, Feline, come back to me, I can change.
She wants me to succeed, but it's, like, why do I feel so bad that, like... if I succeed now when we're not together, like, it's such a weird, like, thing in my brain, like, that I just can't.
Honestly, Ambi, I think that if there were a potential for you to take things seriously, it was with Feline. You were going to doctor's visits, you were going to the weight loss clinic, you were doing all of the things, but there were certain things that you didn't even care about. You said to us you had a banging 12 sessions with your therapist, and then in the same breath also said, no, my BED was misdiagnosed. So I think there's a lot of stuff that you could have unpacked there. And I think a lot of stuff you could have unpacked with Feline still in your life. But you chose to mutually break up, I guess. So, whatever.
I just can't understand, and it just makes me feel guilty. Like, I don't know, I hate it so much. Anyways, I don't want to sit here and just like...
Hey, Zara.
Blubber.
Feline was absolutely a support, 100% has.
And cry and whatever. So I'm trying to sit here and like take away those feelings of like, yes, Amberlynn, you didn't do it while you were with her.
Yeah, not guilt, just regret, I think.
But do it while you're not with her. You don't have to be with her to do it. And you don't have to feel guilty for succeeding while not being with her. And I have to...
Ma'am, let's get to the success first and then worry about how we're feeling about regret and guilt. Because like... the actual work is going to go into some element of success here. You are You're putting the cart before the horse. You're concerned about an outcome that is unlikely to occur in the current timeline. Sorry if that's shady, it's just true.
Figure out like how I can say that and actually mean it. A lot of people like have said in the past that it seems like I self-sabotage myself, and it's like,
yes,
the first time ever in my life I feel that way, that I'm like subconsciously self-sabotaging myself, and I'm like just tripping about it, and I don't know, it's like the craziest feeling that I just cannot wrap my head around fully. I'm trying to ignore it and I'm trying to push it away, but sometimes when feelings are so strong, that's like sometimes virtually impossible to do. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to make like a store list and trying
regrilt. That's a good
to
one.
decide like what just makes the most sense to me. And it's like I just want to like do common sense. I just want to eat healthier, you know, just take out the junk, take out the fast food.
You keep saying this. You have been saying this for 10 years on this platform. Do something about it or don't, whatever, but I honestly think that the therapy will be beneficial.
Unless it's something super healthy, but even then it's just like it's hard for me to choose healthier fast food options.
So don't choose fast food. You know what? You are a big fan of a 100-day challenge. Let's not take it down a notch. Let's do a 7-day no takeout challenge. Let's do that.
And takeout options, I don't know why. Like losing weight can be easy.
Oh my god, I'm going to throw this table.
Like realistically it can be, but I just make it so much more difficult than it needs to be. Like for real. So with can be easy. Like realistic and takeout options, I don't know why. Like losing weight can be easy. Like
oh, so she knows.
Like realistically it can be, but I just make it so much more difficult than it needs to be. Like for real. So with
Jamie, thank you so much for the super chat. Jamie says she thinks she's unique, but she's just an addict. Well, look, I would never label Amberlynn anything in regards to diagnoses, but she's told us 17 different things, and I think that the knot is so big and there's so many of them that it would take a full healthcare team to be able to like guide her through stuff. One of my biggest concerns is that she's tied up her relationship with food with her income, even if she's not eating on camera, right? She's still talking about diets, she's still talking about weight, she's still filming herself on the scale. There's all of this stuff that's like such a big part of Amby's personality at this point. And I understand we all have bodies, right? Like we all weigh something, we all have thoughts on our weight, we all have thoughts on our diet, but like for a lot of people that is not like a major part of our like personality, I guess. But for Amby, it is. Like her identity is built on food and weight and all of that stuff. And I know that sounds really problematic, but it is, because that's the character and that's the personality that we see every day being recorded. And don't get me wrong, like I fully understand having that in your brain and being very self-conscious and self-aware of weight and health and all of that stuff every day. But Amby's life isn't filled with a lot of stuff. So yeah, it just becomes such a focus, probably both online and offline for her, that I think big knot to unpick, you know?
Pen to paper, I have made a store list, so we'll definitely do a grocery haul, and I don't know, I just word vomit. And honestly, kind of off topic, I just want to say thank you guys for being like my video diary audience. I appreciate it. And I've also heard around the grapevine, if you will, people are like, this is supposed to be, you know, Amberlynn's single era, like she's supposed to be just like popping off and like having a glow up. And no,
I don't think that at all.
not in my single era. I'm in my heart
I mean, you technically are in a single era.
break era. I am in my I am broken era.
Oh my god, fuck. Where's the violins?
I am in my I'm lost era. I'm in my I am freaking sad. I am grieving. I am mourning era. I'm not in hi glow up single Lynn era. That's not where I'm at right now. And it's like, if you can't appreciate me.
Do you ever think, and this again might seem a little bit problematic to say, but do you ever think that Amberlynn enjoys being miserable? Like, I've known people in my life who just revel in just complaining, right? And it's funny because what I do is sit here and watch people's content and complain about it. So I get it. But I try to have fun with it. I try to leave with a laugh, you know? But goddamn, if it doesn't seem like you just want to be miserable, which I guess leans into that like self-sabotage conversation. My God.
Being vulnerable, just kind of accepting that this is where my life is at right now. It's like, bye. Obviously, like, there's no connection between me and you, so why are you watching?
And like, I'm not even talking about any diagnosis. Like, there's probably things to talk about anxiety and depression and all of that stuff. But like, I don't know how you can go through life and be so self-aware of your own like feelings, because you talk about them every day, and not actively seek out a way to help yourself.
I feel like all the people that I watch, there's like some sort of connection, and anyone that I like hate, I can't watch. Like, that's like so hard for me. And I know that if there was anyone that I was watching,
I don't hate Ambi at all. I just think she's very complex, and a lot of her stuff, a lot of things that she says will frustrate me, but I think she's complex and interesting, and I don't understand it. So the logic part of my brain is trying to watch my stories, have a good time, and piece things together.
Watching was going through what I was going through, like my heart would go out to them, and I would understand where they're coming from and like where their life is and all of that. And I just feel like people are expecting a lot out of me right now when I
literally expect nothing out of you. I would love if you took things seriously and like took this opportunity of self-reflection to say, oh goodness, I'm single. Like, I don't have anyone else to support me now. I've got to pull myself up, and I'm the one responsible for myself, and now I've got to do the damn thing, you know?
It's hard for me sometimes just to get out of bed. I'm finding things to do with my life to distract myself. But
you shouldn't be distracting yourself, I don't think. I think you should be very like aware of what's happening. Because if you just distract yourself the entire way through, I mean, we've all had that conversation about distracting yourself from your own reality so you don't need to face it, and then oops, suddenly reality's like right up in your face, you know? That's going to happen to Ambi if she's living life distracting herself from the way she's either feeling or acting through the use of, you know, non-brand Legos. Dr. Shelock, thank you for being here for 4 months. Dr. Shelock says, focus on the future, it's change. She can't. Scary. Well, that's what I mean. When she's talking about distraction, she's not planning anything for the future. She's not like actively addressing anything in the current even. She's just distracting herself.
There's only so much distraction that I can do. There's only so much, you know, talking I can do to other people. Or
this is not talking to other people, by the way. This is you talking to a camera. This is a one-sided conversation.
Journaling I can do. There's only so much of those things until it's just like it all ran out and I'm back to feeling that just like horrible wave of just sad.
Yeah, that's the thing though. You have to like work through your feelings. You can't just ignore them and distract yourself, because your feelings are always going to be there and they may subside, but like working out those complex feelings feels a lot better than just like pushing them down.
So yeah, this is like a video.
But again, not a professional. Speak to a therapist.
Diary for me. This isn't my single era. This is my heartbreak era for sure.
Oh no, rip.
And I just wish people were a little more kind.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh god, not again. Okay, well that's that one. Now Ambi's got her most recent upload. Very exciting. Foodie Beauty is lying about her weight. Great. Time for a Go World fight. Let's go. Also, this... The first frame of anything is always very unkind.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to a new vlog.
Thank you so much for having us. It is our pleasure.
I'm just about to do my makeup. And while I do it, I'm going to listen to Leftovers. It's one of Ethan Klein's podcasts. It's not my favorite of the 5 he does a week, but I think I'm just going to listen to it for some white noise. So yeah, I will see you guys when my makeup...
See, Ambi gets it. Ambi listens to, you know, background noise.
Is completed. Okay, so I am done with my makeup now.
It's a cute top. I think it is a cute top.
I am just on Instacart.
Cute top. Love the hoops.
We decided that we're going to order today. And I'm just trying to think of... Because as you guys remember in my last vlog, I'm just like all over the place when it comes to what I want in my life. Oh my god, I have eyeliner all over my fingers. Love that for me. And it's like, I think I just need to go back to like basics when it comes to weight loss. Like the obvious, like just eat healthier.
Okay, so it's not Jenny Craig this time.
And I just...
You said low carb in a video the other day. I was concerned for a moment.
Notice that, like...
Not concerned, but just like... I was bracing myself. Like,
my brain, when I think of like eat healthier, goes to like meats and veggies. I don't I don't know why. Because I've never been the one to think that like carbs are unhealthy, but like carbs, I'm mad at carbs right now.
Uh-huh.
Like it's not carbs' fault that I'm fat, but like carbs.
For me, it was, and that's not me putting the blame on a specific macronutrient group. I like after 2 decades of essentially feeling like I was just eating whatever the hell I wanted when it came to like sugar and complex carbohydrates. I needed what felt like just a swift addressing of you are eating too much ice cream and cheese, which I understand is fat, not carbs, but in this kind of grand scheme of my perception of macronutrients, I realized that even though I was consuming large quantities of food, I was not getting nearly enough protein, and the carbohydrates I was consuming would essentially spike my blood pressure and make me crave complex carbohydrates all through the day. There's that key word, crave. So I decided to remove the majority of that, get my carbohydrates only from whole foods, and yeah, did that for a time, and that helped me kind of reset the way that I saw particular foods and how I gave myself access to them. So if Amby's going to tell us now she's doing a low carb whole food option, I'm very familiar.
And lipedema, they don't really jive very well, and I have lipedema, so I don't know. I have a lot on my mind right now. I'm just, yeah. So far on my Instacart, I just have a bunch of meat. So now I'm gonna add some veggies that I know that I'll enjoy.
Everybody was mean girl,
which is like broccoli and stuff, but I'll show a haul when it gets here. Y'all, why can't I just have like a forever Snapchat filter on my face? Like, look how cute. This is one of my most favorite Snapchat filters. So adorable.
Oh, she is out here fishing.
I thought I was recording this whole time and I wasn't.
She's fishing. We're gonna find the next partner.
Let me start over. I got my groceries and I hold this, but I had already put it away until I realized my camera's not even on. So I got some steak that I'll probably like cut up, cook in a pan. Got some thin pork chops that I'll probably do like in the air fryer. Got some potatoes. I know I was just talking about carbs, but having one potato never hurt anyone.
You know why the song is 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4? 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. Potatoes are really easy to eat and they're delicious, and I could smash at least 7 potatoes.
Promise.
Not only am I fat and you had to beat on my back, but like I choked on a potato and shit my pants and almost like died. And
oh, she inserted the... Wow, she's doing the reaction for us.
And I got some...
Not the poopy potato story.
Good old white onion, which is my preferred. I got these loaded cauliflower bites, bacon cheddar.
Okay, check the back of those, because you'd be... what's that? Per 4 portions, so 4 pieces of this cauliflower loaded bite thing is 200 calories. Right. That's not going to be a meal.
No, I figured something different.
Who said potato?
I really like the Oh Snap pickles, and I guess they have a Hottie Bite one, which is hot and spicy pickle. Figured I would try that. And then there's also these cauliflower wings and sweet chili. Figured I would give that a try too. I got some Brussels sprouts.
Right.
I love them cooked and raw. I recently
raw Brussels sprouts. Oof.
Discovered.
Raw Brussels sprouts. How do you even eat that? Like just the leaves? I guess, but that is fibrous. Ooh.
2 bags
crunchy
of broccoli, which I also love cooked and raw. I got some turkey smoked sausage. I like to cook this with like onion.
Raw Brussels sprouts. That's a lot.
Last but not least,
with mustard. Oh, you could make like cute little cups out of the leaf and fill it with mustard. Delicious.
I just got some chicken breast tenderloins. Let's do a popsicle stick question. All right, let's see what we're getting today.
Why?
16. These are the ones we've already answered. Thanks. Do you think Chantel lies about her weight? Why?
This is where this comes from. Also, why did you include this question? You chose these questions. Shady. Shady. Shady lady.
Wow, that's some tea. So when I first started YouTube, you can go back and look, I weighed about 370, maybe in the 360s. It was definitely somewhere around there. And I'm about, I would say 2 inches taller than Chantel. I think Chantel's 5'1", and she's saying she's about 370, and I'm like 5'2.5", 5'3". So based on my experiences, the way my body's shaped, the way I used to look, etc., etc., I think she's 100% telling the truth. And I understand that that's not everyone's opinion, which is totally fine. But the same people who think she's faking her weigh-ins are the same people who think I'm faking mine. I'm definitely not. I have never faked a weigh-in. I
don't think Amby's faked a weigh-in.
Even went to the good old weight loss clinic, weighed myself on their scale, vlogged it for you guys, uploaded it. And even after doing that, there were still some people in conspiracy theory land thinking that that wasn't even real. Which
I didn't think it was not real, but it was interesting to see you talking about, oh, well, I'm wearing 2 pounds of clothes, and like any of that matters. Literally, the number on the scale doesn't matter.
just based on my experience and all of that.
Lottie, hello, good to see you.
I definitely do not think that she is lying about her weight. For some reason, there's just a large quantity of people who want her bigger than what she really is. And I have the same type of audience. Obviously, I'm not saying everyone's like that, but there is a portion of her audience and a portion of my audience who want us bigger than what we really are.
God, I don't care.
And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's weird, it's creepy, but I feel like you have to be in that position to kind of understand how it feels. And I don't want people to think I'm sticking up for Chantel. It's just like, no matter if you're a good or a bad person, I think that like,
Oh, so Chantel's a bad person?
why does the topic of how big someone is always has to be some weird conspiracy and people trying to make it like a lot worse than it already is when it already...
The thing is, it's not about, at least from my understanding of this whole conversation, it's not about making it worse than it already is. It's about the fact that you lie to your audience so we can't trust you, and the same with Chantel. That's all. That's all it is. So every time you take us on one of these ridiculous lifestyle change gurneys and we don't actually see anything past day 4, yeah, why would we trust anything? Why would we trust anything? Laura, thank you for being here for 16 months. Laura says, hi, Poppy. Thanks for the laughs. It's my absolute pleasure. Thanks for hanging out. Lovely to see you.
is pretty bad, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's just a mess. Okay, guys, so I wanted to do a taste test of the Hottie Bites. I don't think I've ever had spicy pickles from my remembrance, but who knows? They smell like normal pickles. Oh, there's a hint of something going on. There's a hint of spice on me. It's like while you're eating the pickle, it tastes like a normal pickle. But then when you swallow, it's like, oh, okay, I feel something. It doesn't change the flavor of the pickle at all. Just a hint of spice. So freaking good. Hello.
We could have skipped all of that.
Beautiful people. So
Hello.
I'm actually currently just journaling, and I do that on my MacBook first.
Is this the first time we've ever seen... I honestly think this whole discussion about the I write my journals on my notes on my computer first and then I write them out thing is just entirely BS, but... Because then we get performative Lynn over here being like, see, I'm doing the thing that I was talking about. We've never seen this in the 3 years she says she's done this, right? Maybe we have. Who knows?
And I want to journal about 5 things that I am currently grateful for. So 5 things I am grateful for.
What happened to all of your guided journals and all of those books? Because those would be way more useful in this very moment.
And I kind of just want to do this with you guys. So maybe you guys can do the same thing. Because I know like lately I've just been in a whole different world. Like I literally feel like I'm in a different world. And I have just been hurting
It's because Feline's not there.
so much and just feeling so sad and just like, I don't want to say self-destructive, but I'm sure from an outside view, I look self-destructive. Promise I'm not. But I forget to like think of the things I'm grateful for and thankful for. And I feel like a lot of people take things for granted.
Okay, the 5 things Ambi's going to be grateful for. Her animals, her mum, YouTube, and she's going to say it's a double-edged sword or something along those lines. A roof over her head, and her totally real friends. That's the 5. Let's see if we got them right.
Like every single day. So 5 things I'm grateful for. My fur babies is number 1.
Nailed it.
Always number 1. They're my literal heart and soul. 2, I'm going to say friends because
Oh my god.
friends are important, and as of lately, I've actually made a few new friends, so I love that.
I swear to god, that's 2 out of 5.
3, I'm gonna say Feline, because I'm
Oh no, that's cheating.
still extremely grateful for her friendship, who
I didn't even think about Fleen.
she is, and I know I could categorize her as part of the friends.
I agree, because you're not dating anymore and she doesn't live with you, so not a roommate, friend.
But to me,
Technically, I feel like that one's a free square.
she's more than that. And I also want to say I'm grateful for my family. Last but not
Okay,
least,
got
I
that
want to
one.
say I'm grateful for YouTube.
I said mum, but family. And YouTube! Nailed it!
I want to say I'm grateful for you guys, my supporters.
She's not grateful for the roof over her head. I may have been giving her too much credit to think of that.
And you guys keep me on my toes because you guys have been telling me, girl, 15 days of uploading, don't mess up. I posted on my community post today, literally. I was like, oh my god, you guys, my video's gonna be up later. And I got a message on Instagram and someone's like, it better be up before midnight. I was like, okay, I got you. So I quickly was editing it. I just had like a busy, weird day. Obviously, you guys haven't seen it because I didn't vlog it. My attention was definitely...
Why would you not vlog it? A busy, weird day would be so much more interesting. Becca, thank you for being here for 26 months. Becca says, happy weekend, team, and hi to my sis, 3-Dog Mum. Hi, 3-Dog Mum, and lovely to see you today, Becca. Thank you for being here for 26 months. Happy weekend.
Put somewhere else. I was completely distracted today. So like I started editing, and I was able to get it up still at
I guess her health would have been another one I should have
the
considered.
right time. It was 5 minutes before midnight. It's fine, I promise. I also want
I feel like we have answered that question before with Amby.
to do 5 things that I am hopeful for in the near future. I'm gonna put connecting with other people.
You tell me she's not dog whistling for her new wifey. Tell me.
In the near future. I'm gonna put connecting with other people.
Connecting with and babies. And babies. I would like to connect with other people. New people. You know, interesting people. She is on the market, baby.
That goes with like family, new friends.
New friends, new acquaintances, you know, just new people in my DMs. New people.
Just new people in my life, so it's something that I am hopeful for. I'm also hopeful for weight loss. I am hopeful for a new positive outlook on life because I just feel like lately it's
Mama would like to make some new connections and babies.
I've been pretty negative. I try to be optimistic in any sort of situation. Like, put me in a
Hang on, I gotta take that back. What are we talking about?
for a new positive outlook on life because I just feel like lately it's I've been pretty negative. I try to be optimistic in any sort of situation. Like, put me in a situation that is like intense, stressful, whatever it may be, and I will figure out something to say that is on the optimistic side of things. But
That's not my experience watching Amby, but okay.
lately I have been such a pessimist, and I literally hate that about me right now. I'm also hopeful for improving my stamina, and last but not least, improving my relationship with food. And honestly, it's so crazy because I named 5 things already, but I feel like I could continue on because now that I think of it, like, there are a lot of things that I'm hopeful for in the near future, but I just catch myself like constantly just stuck in this like really sad dark spot currently, and I know I'm gonna get out of it. I have gotten out of every dark situation I've ever been in, every dark spot that I've been in. I have gotten out of it, and somehow it has made me stronger. So I look at that and I look at my patterns in life, and I know that I'm gonna come out strong again. But it's just like right now we're in the thick of it, and that's
God,
just like
I feel like I'm just being dragged down with words.
what I'm going through. But thankfully journaling has been an absolute
I just felt my energy just being sapped by this conversation.
savior for me. Okay, you guys, so I'm about to make some pork chops. I have no idea
Mentals is scary.
what I'm doing, so come for me gently, please. I have no idea what I'm doing, so come for me gently, please. So
Oh no. Well, don't ever let anyone tell you that I am a mature individual, because that's funny as hell.
So I'm just gonna season. You know what? I'm gonna have 2.
Okay. All right. Great. We're up to pork chops.
These are thin. With some garlic salt. I think I'm gonna do some black pepper. So I'm gonna put them in the air fryer,
We have fun here.
wash my hands, and then show you guys. Okay, so they're in the air fryer. This is the gross plate. This is what it is looking like. Just some raw pork chops, and I'll show you guys when it's done. Okay, so it's been about 6 minutes, and I'm nosy. How far is she? Oh!
You know what you could do? You could just like look up. I always, whenever I'm trying to cook something in the Instant Pot, I'm like looking at 2 or 3 recipes to figure out the timing. Not because like I don't have the capacity to figure it out, but just I'd like to get a little bit of a guideline. She really should have looked up like how long it takes to cook a pork chop in an air fryer.
What? Only 6 minutes and it's already that cooked? I'm shocked. So I'm weird, when it comes to meat.
Oh, she's gonna cook it double because she wants it wet. She wants it dry.
As so is a large quantity of people. So I like to use a meat thermometer. Yes, I do.
Maybe not.
This smells so good. Wow. So I'm gonna give this maybe another minute or two, and then it's gonna be finished.
Hey Sparks, good to see you. No idea.
All right, my pork chops are finished.
Why is it always so dark in this kitchen? Why do we have a stack of 8 plates here?
Weirdly, it is literally all that I'm craving right now, so I don't feel like making anything else. Sorry, but that looks so good to me.
You know what you could do? You could break out some of that broccoli you had in the fridge and do like a cup of that. Maybe like a little sauce moment, something. No, just gonna eat pork chops. Okay.
Cooked perfectly.
That's fine.
Let's try a little bite. Ooh, that hot. I swear these lights in my kitchen, they don't do anything justice over here.
Honestly, I just think you live in perpetual like 3 a.m. That's the vibe I get from this place. Set up a lamp or something. Like soften the light. This is not the moment.
Oh my god, that tastes so good. But I will say, next time I should probably season it a little less.
Oh my god, it's too seasoned, y'all. It's too much salt and pepper on those pork chops.
That's okay. I haven't cooked a pork chop in I don't know how long it's been. Not me just using my hand. It's hot. This tastes so good.
Why did you get the knife and fork out?
But practice makes perfect, folks. I used too much seasoning.
Also, is this like a meal or a snack? What are we doing here?
But it still tastes good. And I'm able to scrape off some of the seasoning.
It's too much flavor.
Not me being a rookie and cooking meat in the air fryer. Oh my.
Where's Fleen? Fleen moved out, D. I'm convinced that after that phone call, like interview conversation thing, I think Fleen blounced. Yes, Fleen blounced as soon as possible. I don't think she's living there anymore.
What a loser I am. Through this whole like breakup era, I have had a lot of people reach out to me on Instagram because my DMs are open, honey.
She's even saying it. Say it again.
I have had a lot of people reach out to me on Instagram because my DMs are open, honey.
Mama's DMs are open. Honey.
If you need someone to talk to, I'm here because I've been needing a distraction and I'm trying to like...
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But if this isn't a cry for wifey number 2, I don't know what is. Listen to this.
Era. I have had a lot of people reach out to me on Instagram because my DMs are open, honey. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here because I've been needing a distraction and I'm trying to like build new connections. And that just brings me like, people are asking like, how did you meet friends?
Are you trying to build new curvy connections? Is that what it is? Oh my god. Ma'am, take a break. Give yourself some time to like, remember when you sit here and you say, I don't even know myself. I don't even know my style. Am I a quirky girl? Am I a conservative girl? What type of girl am I? When you say all of those things when you were with Feline, like just a month ago before you broke up or whatever, why don't you take this opportunity to like get to know yourself, work on yourself, figure out some stuff? Because to be fair, and here's the tea, Christine, Feline and Amber were together for 2 years. Amber didn't change. We didn't expect Amber to change. Amber changed none. All of her frustrations and I guess regret or guilt, as she was saying, about the things that she wanted to change in herself that ultimately probably would have made the relationship perhaps easier or last longer. She can address that now. She doesn't need a new curvy connection. What are we doing here? No, take time to yourself, girl. I was joking when I was saying slide into my DMs, but now not so much. Lord Baroque, thank you for being here, and thank you for the super chat. Lord Baroque says, Thomas Benjamin Wilde, Esquire, pants drunk. Listen. Okay, we'll add it to the list. Thank you, Lord Baroque, and thank you for the super chat. Good to see you. Happy weekend. Voodoo, thank you for the super chat as well. Voodoo says she needs a caregiver and a lover. Wifey number 2. Thank you for the super chat, Voodoo. And D, thank you for being here for 28 months, my friend. D says she's essentially wearing a help wanted sign. She's She's in recruitment. That's what she's doing. She's
in your city, you never go anywhere.
That.
And I'm just like, I don't vlog everything. But recently when I was talking about the people that I hung out with on 4th of July, I actually met them probably like a year and a half ago. I was at a bar. Yes, I was. That's weird to hear Amberlynn Reid at a bar. I get it. Actually went a couple times before I stopped drinking, and I haven't had a drink since April of 2022, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, I met this girl there, and then I later on met like her cousin, and then that like ventured off, and I was able to like form friendships with people that are outside of a relationship, because I feel like I've always just like had friends because of my relationship.
Okay, I'm going back because this is a lot of
I get it. Actually went a couple times before I stopped drinking, and I haven't had a drink since April of 2022, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, I met this girl there, and then I later
New side character needed ASAP 100%.
on met
Ambi's job agency.
met like her cousin, and then that like ventured off, and I was able to like form friendships with people that are outside of a relationship, because I feel like I've always just like had friends because of my relationship, or the
What happened to the friend who helped you with the questions? What happened to that friend?
people that were in my partner's life. I was always like in their life and a part of their life instead of them being in mine. It
Ambi, you can just say you don't have many friends. It's fine. Like, we get it.
felt like a little bit. So it was kind of cool. Like with Feline, it wasn't like that at all. She was part of my life and hung out with my friends. So it was just
Who?
like, I don't know, it was kind of cool because
Who are these people? I know she went bowling that one time with people.
it was new, it was different. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So this whole like breakup era has had so many of you guys reach out to me saying that like this whole thing has made you stop watching reaction channels, and I just want to say thank you. Not for not watching them, but for acknowledging the poison that reaction channels put inside of the community, and it's not cute. Lacks sympathy, it lacks empathy.
Ambi, weren't you the one who sat there in a live stream after hearing that someone had been through a heart attack and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my sympathy bone"? Wasn't that you, Miss Poison Lynn? Was that you? No, it's you. Anyway, chat, if you think I'm terrible, if you think I'm toxic and poison and awful, I mean, I don't. I know I can say some like pretty shady stuff, but I'm literally just here for a laugh. Like, their reality is their own. I live mine, they live theirs. It is just my unique perspective on this situation type of deal, and the fact that we sit here and listen to hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon years of complaining and saying that they want to change and saying that they want to do better and never ending up with a result. That doesn't make me think poorly of them as humans, right? Like, I don't think the same way I do about Ambi as I do about Foodie, for instance, right? The bigot. So for Ambi's sake, this is all just a joke. This is all just a laugh. And she'd turn around and say, "Well, it's my life." And I'd say, "Well, you're treating it like a fucking joke. So let's like grow the fuck up. Let's put our big person pants on and let's go like actually do something about the complaints that we have, and not just like do this, because this is just sad. Like, this is sad, and I'm sorry if you think that's poison and toxic, but it is what it is. It is what it is. If I had a friend, even an acquaintance, someone that I didn't necessarily like in my life, who I knew whose life was like this, I would be saying practically the same things. Be like, "Gal, we're gonna hang out a couple of times a week and grab a wine, grab a cup of coffee, chill out and catch up on life. And if you're telling me that this is your life, I'm gonna tell you that let's do some different things."
And you guys actually say it better than I do, word it better than I do. Like I feel like there comes a time where it's like, okay, are you a reaction channel truly reacting? Or are you just like biasly nitpicking and just trying to keep the money flowing by not being empathetic towards my situation, etc., etc.? Like, so many of you have reached out to me and said like, whoa, I'm finally seeing like their true colors. And I just think that's like interesting, because
all right, gonna take it back. She's talking about the reaction community.
Channel truly reacting, or are you just like biasly nitpicking and just trying to keep the money flowing?
I am honestly reacting. This would be this is the internal monologue that often happens. Someone was in the comment section, I think yesterday, saying they were watching some of my old stuff and they were like, "Oh, you can see how like confident you've become on camera and how it's just like it's up here straight out here." When I first started reacting, I was very conscious about what I was saying, because I was like, "Oh, I don't want to be perceived as rude, and I don't want to be perceived as like vicious or shady or like mean, because that's not who I am." And I don't think any of the things that I say are inherently mean or shady or vicious at all. Some people might take it that way, and some people need a softer touch, and I get that. But I'm not dealing with Ambi as a person. I'm dealing with Ambi as a piece of content that I watch. She's still a person, but she's in a different reality. when it comes to my biases are my own and I communicate them pretty clearly. So thank you so much for not lumping me in as a group of people. But at the end of the day, my thoughts on your content come from up here and come out of here. No one's influencing anything. I watch this nonsense. It's part of my stories. It makes me laugh. That's it.
By not being empathetic towards my situation, etc., etc. Like, so many of you have reached out to me and said, like, whoa.
I'm empathetic towards the general concept of people having hard relationships with food, because I am one of those people, right? That's what I'm sympathetic towards. I'm not sympathetic or empathetic towards a few things in Amberlynn's life because I don't have any experience with it. And it's a general perspective of, that sucks that it happened. That's it, right? So that's the level of sympathy and empathy I can give to all of that. But when it comes to Amber as an individual, we've been lied to. She's a content creator. She literally causes a stir and drama for attention and money. So it is a little bit hypocritical and ironic for her to sit here and be like, well, all these reaction channels, they're all biased and mean towards me because they make money off of it. You treat yourself like garbage and a dumpster fire and a joke on the internet for money. Ma'am, like, what are we doing here? Like, why are we out here judging other people's, like, content, I guess, as it were, if that's the only criticism you have? You're doing it for the money. Okay, well, why are you doing it? Like, would you be doing this if you weren't making money? seems like a weird hot take. Shane, thank you for being here for 7 months. Shane says, hey Poppy, love the ears. Thank you so much. They're the ears for Ambi. I appreciate them. They were an Amazon find, I believe. Thank you.
By not being empathetic towards my situation, etc., etc. Like, so many of you have reached out to me and said, like, whoa, I'm finally seeing, like, their true colors. And I just think that's, like, interesting because back when I had cancer and stuff, it was kind of like, so many people were like, oh my god, I'm so glad, like, the reaction channels aren't reacting to Amberlynn anymore. But then, like, as soon as, like, I made it very well known that I didn't have cancer anymore, they, like, hopped on the wagon again, the reaction wagon.
To be fair, I didn't cover Ambi over that period of time. And to be fair, I understand that perspective of, like, giving space, right? Giving space, giving the capacity to work through stuff. And, like, from where I sit, if I were, like, reacting during that time period, I don't have a lot of background knowledge. It's not a thing. It's kind of like with Foodie's, like, old mate arc, right? I know some people kind of booped out of the community during that, and a lot of people booped in because it was messy drama. But, like, reacting to content that you don't have familiarity with can sometimes be quite hard, right? I don't have a lot of knowledge about substance use and abuse. I don't have a lot of knowledge about DV. I don't have a lot of knowledge about all of that stuff. I continued my reactions with Foodie primarily from a sense of, like, this is making no goddamn sense, but I knew that I wasn't the most insightful person in that conversation. When we talk about relationships with food, they are individual. I have my own that I talk about a lot. Cancer, I fortunately don't have a lot of experience with that, so I don't think I'd be able to bring anything to the table in that conversation, but I also understand the perspective of giving grace around, like, particularly hard times in people's lives. Amber also, I know, kind of fell off a little bit with content while she was going through all of that stuff, and then ramped it back up to, you know, mukbangs and diets. So we've kind of just come back to where we were before all of that, which makes a lot of sense for reaction channels to continue that conversation. Ali, thank you so much for the super chat. Ali says, I think she's too scared to lose weight because she won't be able to use they hate me because they're fat phobic line anymore. Possibly. I mean, she seems to think that she's just got the most likable personality in the history of the world, when in reality that is not necessarily true. And remembering that her personality on recorded content versus live streams, which is a little bit more real, very different. Yes. Thank you for the super chat. And Starlet, hello, lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for joining the channel. As a member, and everyone welcome Starlet. Hello.
And it's like, wow, cool. Like, you did something that just seems morally correct. And I feel that way, like, in the same way, like, when people are grieving or mourning or just, like, thoroughly having, like, mental...
Yeah, that, I mean, with all of that being said, Ambi going through a breakup and choosing to vlog it all is her choice to do it. Whatever the audience chooses to do with that is the audience's choice. Again, like, I wouldn't necessarily choose to go through I wouldn't choose to go through a breakup in general on the internet. Like, that's not a topic of conversation I would like to push on my viewers.
illness. I don't want to put it lightly, but like I'm obviously clearly going through something, and just for like so many people to put so much like bad vibes out there.
Oh my God.
And like the fact that people are kind of noticing that and like reaching out to me and like making sure I'm okay. Like I appreciate that so much. So I just want to say thank you. Like I appreciate that people are acknowledging that I am a human struggling right now and that I don't need to be kicked while I'm already down. And it seems like that's what all the reaction channels are doing. And
Ma'am, I'm not here to kick you while you're down. I'm here to question why you're making some of this content, absolutely. But I don't engage with you. You exist as a show. And I'm sorry that you're going through hard times. A lot of people go through hard times. You've been kind of milking this conversation about a breakup for almost a month now. And I don't mean to say that dismissively of the relationship, but by goodness, you are making a choice to talk about it on the internet.
I don't know.
By goodness.
Acknowledgement goes a long way. Hi, this is Editing Lynn before she's actually fully ready for the day. I just want to say that I forgot to end this vlog last night, so I hope
The day?
you guys enjoyed and I'll see you in
Wait, last night. We're wearing the same eye makeup.
the next one. Bye!
All right, chat. Reminder to wash your face. Bye. Also, twinning. Look at us. Have fun. All right, chat. We're done with Amby. Now we're on to 2 episodes of Curvy Connection. Oh boy, we've got 58 minutes to get through. So I understand not everyone's here for Alex. I know, I get it. But if you haven't yet watched any Curvy Connections, I highly recommend giving it a chance because it's a really good time. It's such better energy than Boohoo, I broke up with my girlfriend and I can't leave the creamy condo, so I have to create sad mukbangs. You know? 2 episodes, baby. Well, we've got episode 4, which we're watching now, and then we've got the final. I can't just watch episode 4. The final came out like yesterday. I'm gonna be behind. I can't be behind.
Today, Luis is going to be going on his final one-on-one dates with the other girls who he hasn't had one-on-ones with yet. We're starting off our first one-on-one date doing mini golf with...
Also, I feel like I missed the introduction. I did.
Welcome back to Curvy Connection.
There we
On
go.
yesterday's episode, Luis got to go on a few group dates with all of our...
Okay, so to catch everybody up, we're not Team Lewis. We're Team Jules. I always want to call her Jacqueline for some reason. We're Team Jules and we're Team Aubrey, and we hope that the girls in the next season go on a road trip together, like hire a bus and travel across the states. I think that would be really fun. We are 100% not Team Lewis. Team Lewis is a little bit like, I don't know. Someone said in the chat the other day he was using therapy speak to like make Jules feel a certain way, and I can 100% see that going through it. He's trying to gaslight these gals, Jules in particular, like nobody's business, and no one's here for it, and everybody hates it. Anyway, so yesterday they had a fun pool party where they made cocktails and had drinks, and they also went to a cooking class, which wasn't really featured all that much. The girls had the girls had a few words because Val had said to Jules, hey, well, we haven't all been on individual dates yet, so yours might have gone good, but ours might go better. So that was said, and then Aubrey was saying things, and I think that's where we are. Yeah.
girls and get to know them a little bit better in group settings. Today,
Also, chat, just in case you've got your own wedding girdle out, we're planning.
Luis is going to be going on his final one-on-one dates with the other girls who he hasn't had one-on-ones with
You think that Aubrey should be the next star of Curvy Connections? I agree, Sarah.
yet. We're starting off our first one-on-one date doing mini golf with Megan.
Oh, you want to do the bloopers reel as well, Lottie? Okay, we can do that. Do you want to do that between the episodes or after?
I'm super curious to see if they have a spark, as they haven't had a lot of conversation yet, but I can see them over there hanging out and having some good chat, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
Also, Alex needs to learn about season 2. Hot mics at all times.
Thank you so much, Chic Soul, for sponsoring Curvy Connection. You can get
I really like that first dress.
20% off your chicsoul.com order with code Curvy Connection.
One-on-one with Megan. Poor Megan. Poor Megan. Mini golf.
Hi, let's go.
Work.
Alright, let's look at the dinner with
Oh, this is fun.
the forecast today.
Is mini golf a cute date? I've never been mini golfing as a date. Is it a cute date?
A lot of sunshine, blue skies,
I know Amby's done it a few
marine
times.
clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
What is this, Bob? I actually want to hear what these people are talking about and not just like this B-roll, Alex. They're wearing mics too. Okay, so we didn't have any conversation while playing mini golf, and now we're getting Iggy's? Iggy's Rhode Island. I'm assuming it's fish and chips, although that thing up there says cakes. Is it a cafe?
Like putt-putt?
I did. I thought I was gonna be better at it.
I felt like I was trying at first, and I was like, oh no, this isn't working. So then I was just like, nope.
I think hitting it one-handed is better for me than actually trying. Like, I know we're just vibing, we're hanging out, but what do you want to see happen at the end of this?
Yeah, Megan's fully aware of the situation. Megan is not a contender, and that's okay. Megan can be on season 3 or 4. She needs just needs a little bit of time, you know.
Experience a show like with anybody that like myself or anyone else.
I think like my whole mindset going into this process was like just stay as
Also, they are very quiet. Alex, fix the audio.
Open-minded as possible, and just like be open to whatever happens. I don't know. It's just been a good experience altogether.
Yeah.
And so like I really enjoy that. As far as like coming away, you know, like it's such a fast process. Like it.
Yeah.
Can you know, like it's like, do you expect to like find love? I don't know, but like, you know, like
no, it's connections. It's curvy connection. It's not libacious. What's libacious? Where's that word in my brain?
Definitely connections that, you know, like you can make and or like plant little seeds and they can grow into.
Yeah.
Megan would like to know which of her friends you see her being a bridesmaid for. That's very much this conversation.
Yeah.
I know you haven't been in many relationships or like any,
yeah.
And so like what would you think like your first relationship being a long distance relationship? How does that?
I always joke.
He is barely even
really
looking
good at it because I think I'm a person that like I'm a small dosage person where like I'm a lot of the time, and I think
she keeps saying that
a lot of people can't handle me for like more than like small doses, which is fine. And I know I can't handle people for more than small doses. Like I need to recharge my social battery.
Sure.
I need like I'm a person who I like to be alone sometimes. Like I wouldn't not want to spend time with somebody, but it's like
wait, where's she from? Pennsylvania? Penn State.
I know sometimes like people need a break.
Is it Pennsylvania?
Like
yeah, I guess I can see that, but like at the same time I think like, you know,
it's hard. Yeah
I know that long distance has its challenges, you know, like
I do not understand how all of these people came from all across continental United States. Like they couldn't find everyone in one state? That seems weird, right?
I think one of the challenges for me that is always kind of present is like, you know, I like sometimes
he seems to be pretty good with eye contact with Jules, to be fair.
You have a bad day and you just want to come home to your partner.
Yeah.
And like that's not always possible, or it's, you know, whenever you're in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, and like I feel I get that. I am so self-sufficient. Like I've been through some and I've dealt with it on my own, and so I feel like I've like where I'm at in life, I've got there by myself. Like I have had support, but like it was my own emotional journey, and I had to deal with it myself, and so I didn't have a.
Is it like that for The Bachelor? Is it?
Support system that under.
Yeah, but The Bachelor feels like a little bit more of an investment. This is not The Batchy.
Understood. They were there to support me, like, with what I could ask of them, but there were certain things that they just, like, couldn't relate to, and so it was hard. I feel like with me, like, if I have a bad day, I know how to handle it myself, and, like, I've even told some of the girls, like, during this experience that, like, I feel like I've never been pressured to try to put myself out there to be in a relationship because my life is full. I'm happy. I'm self-sufficient. Like, someone has to add to it. They can't take away from it.
I really appreciate that. Like, you know, like that part of you just like being able to like, you know yourself well enough to be able to like.
I think he says like more than I do. I'm picking that up.
Support yourself, like emotionally, and being able to find yourself is such a hard thing. Like a lot of people don't even know where to start, and so the fact that you're like on that journey already.
Also, we are very tight in this frame. We could have taken a big step back with the camera.
You know, like have already done a lot of that work. Everybody has their own lives, and everybody has
their
life
has
experiences.
Their own,
you know, like after high school, like I moved like across country to like be with this girl.
I need a light count.
Girl, and like I ended up being homeless after like during this whole process. Yeah, and it was like really hard for me, but I was alone. I knew literally like 2 people in the entire state that I lived in. You know.
Was this in Iowa?
Yeah, this one I lived in Iowa. And so like, you know, I lived in my car, and like I just was like stuck.
Yeah.
You know, and like I could have reached out to like my mom, and she probably would have come and rescued me, but like I didn't want it to just be like that. Working through that stuff has actually made me who I am, and also just like it makes me more compassionate to houseless people. You know, it makes me more compassionate to people who like are struggling and trying to work their way out of that.
I want to ask you, what's like
I'm not seeing the chemistry here.
Like your dream relationship, like a romantic way, like in your life, like not necessarily just from this, like but just in general, like what you see like as like a not a perfect relationship, but like
I think the date with Fatima went better than this.
Just like a goal.
Not to rank them, but I mean, kind of what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think finding somebody who is like compassionate and considerate, those are the two things that those are like the two qualities that I value like the most in any of my relationships, like in my friendships and in like my professional relationships. Those things are so important to me.
They're like your core values.
Yeah, exactly. And so I want those things to be kind of like a common thread through my entire relationship. I already have children. I'm open to having children with another person, but like it would definitely have to be the right person. But really, I just want a relationship that is like sustainable, that is adventurous, and that
This is a terrible date. Not to rank them, but Megan's coming last 100%. This is not a good date.
Open to continue learning and continue growing together and continue like challenging each other.
Like, is this the fun conversation you have while sitting by the seaside enjoying a coffee? And like, maybe this seems like a lot for a like first date. I understand they like had a conversation. They've had a couple of conversations before, but damn it. But in a group capacity, like, yeah, no, this seems very heavy.
Very honest about that stuff.
Awkward, yeah.
And
yeah,
if there was ever a moment that like I was
Hey Daly, thank you so much for the super chat. Daly says lurking because about to be driving, but much love. Drive safe, mate. Thanks for the super chat and lovely to see you.
like, oh, like this is going nowhere, then I would just like be like, hey, we need
no
to
smiles, no laughter, no vibes. Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
You know?
This is a DNM.
I think it's fair to both parties.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this morning we got to see Luis and Megan have a nice new form of a connection during their mini golf dates. Now he's decided to take Aubrey to the arcade where they can play some games, let loose, have fun, and have a nice chat afterwards.
I am 100% here for Aubrey and Lewis going to the arcade. I hope Aubrey slays.
Let's see if they can take their friendship spark to the next level.
Oh, stop pushing it. Let it happen organically. Dave and Buster's. Ding, ding, ding. What does that mean? Up, but also like I don't like this B-roll. I don't like the date like conversation happening after the date. Less fun. Dave and Buster's is an adult Chuck E. Cheese. Santiago, you're saying names and none of them mean anything to me. No, I'm joking. I do know what a Chuck E. Cheese is. We just don't have them here. Also, I almost call them Chunky Cheese. Like, look at that. She's got all the balls.
Having a really, really good time. Also, I love arcade games, and I am beating his butt just a little bit, so.
I knew it. Slay, queen.
Oh, it makes me better. But no, really, we're having a really good time, and it's good getting to know.
Hug. We still look. I think that they peaked too early with the cliffhanger of him sucking. This might be B-roll too. They might not. No, they've definitely used that shot in a previous episode. Okay, this is just regular footage. I was almost depressed for a minute. I was like, Alex got a drone.
Such a good day. I think my time with you was really like it was like really fun, and I knew it would be. Honestly, like didn't really ever have any doubts that like you and I would mesh well.
Stock footage. That's the word I was looking for.
The show is like like it's very like oriented towards like plus size dating, and I think that's great. But like I guess I haven't really given my perspective on being a heavier man.
Yeah, I would love to if you're open to sharing.
Sure. Like, here's the thing: is that like women in general like can pull a date. I
agree.
Like
Okay, so we're off to a great start generalizing. Great. Thanks so much, Lewis. Socially conscious Lewis.
I don't like sure, like size has its like limitations, but like for a man that's big, you're fighting yourself, but also like you're fighting a bunch of shallow people out there. And I'll talk to
Oh my god, victim Lewis has entered the chat.
people that I go on dates with. I'll be like, look, I
think she can do better. Diana, 100%. I'm team Aubrey all the way. Lewis is, I don't know, the more he talks, the more of a, like, 2 he is to me.
Like, in 10 swipes, you could get an instant match on Tinder. I won't get an instant match in 2 months.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I will, like, swipe, and then maybe, like, once a week I might get a match. And so, and so it's like one of those things.
God, Aubrey is so disinterested in this conversation. Same gal, me too.
Like, man, like,
he's...
It's hard to connect with people.
Yeah.
Like,
how old is he? He's 33.
If it wasn't for dating apps, like, I wouldn't be dating.
Really?
Because, like, I don't know how to approach
despise
a woman.
dating apps.
Dude, yeah, but I don't know how to approach a person.
And it's true.
You know,
And
and
I
also,
get
like,
that,
it's hard for me to approach somebody because you just never know how it's going to be received.
Exactly,
and
yeah,
so,
I was
like,
gonna
it's
say
just
that.
one of those things, like, at least on dating apps, everybody, like, they're there with that purpose.
We're having a conversation about dating apps. On a first date, I hate this for Aubrey.
Yeah.
I hate this so much. Aubrey deserves much better.
Yeah.
Any of the dates I've been on have all been through dating apps because I just, like, I don't know how to approach people in a way that, I don't know, that is acceptable in today's, like, world, you know?
Yeah, and it's so funny. First of all, thank you for sharing that. And it's so funny that you brought that up because the girls and I were talking about that last night. It's just like, I had to realize that I had to give, like, more grace to, like, men because if we're going to assume gender roles and everything like that, like, I expect the man to reach out first, hit him with the pickup line or whatever you got to, like, get the interest, set up the date, call me after the date, like, and it's a lot
of gendered expectations in all of this. Look, as a gay man, very different experiences. Everybody's got different experiences, though. Voodoo, thank you so much for the super chat. Voodoo says, Lewis is mansplaining being curvy to a curvy woman. Sit down, sir. Let her shine. He's insufferable. I agree. Big 2 energy. Thank you, Voodoo.
Expectations, but it's also like there are expectations on us too, but it's like kind of like, okay, understanding that it's like, you get cute for the date, like you're doing all this prep for the date work, and it's like
exactly, Sarah. Yes, different experience for everyone.
Like, okay, it's not obligated that you do anything after, but it's always that pressure. It's like it's always like they're paying for the date or they're supplying the date, and it's like you need some sort of like.
These seem like very stereotypical gender expectations for these 2 individuals who have had a discussion about how socially conscious both of them are, and Aubrey, who has said she works in that capacity. I just find that really interesting that, like, that gender expectation, I suppose, maybe just, like, exists in maybe it doesn't just exist in the straight world. I don't know. From my experience with everything has been, like, all over the place, I guess, but if I'm asking someone out on a date, my general context is that, like, if I'm saying, hey, let's go here to do this thing, then if it's something that, like, needs paying for, I will pay for it. I guess, like, that's just the general rules for me, is if I ask someone out on a date, I'm looking after the date. Someone asks me out on a date, they're looking after the date. That's so much easier than just, like, gender.
Like, it's always like they're paying for the date or they're supplying the date, and it's like you need some sort of
Lottie, I believe this was filmed in 2023. Yes, there's an electric scooter back there.
like transaction. It's not, nothing is transactional, but it's like that pressure is like, whether it's a hug, it's a kiss, it's a I'm gonna see you later, it's like so much pressure, and I know that's the same coming from
So I don't know if it's how all gays do it, but it's how this gay does it.
like a male's perspective too. Of course we can talk about it and talk it out, but it's like every time it's a date, it still like feels like that. And it's like,
no, I get that.
And then you're in this little limbo and you're on a date, okay, like who makes the first move, who does all that, who like states if this is a vibe, are you feeling this, like the next, and it's just like so much pressure, but it's also like
I think if there's any pressure on a date for someone to state this is the vibe, you can tell this is 2023, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think that I know everybody's different and everybody's perception of the world is different, but I also think that concerns around, like, decorum and etiquette and things like that on a date only make you feel more like anxious and worried. Like, you're going on a date, you're going to hang out with someone to do a fun thing, and it should be fun. And if the vibes aren't there, and if it's not fun, then it's not a successful date, and that's okay. It's so interesting.
I wish I had a solution.
You watch, I'm going to fall down a rabbit hole of, like, people who go out and film their dates. That's the new content.
You're like, get rid of it, because I don't, and I don't know how to, like, you know, deal with that. I always feel like everybody has a hidden agenda, and I'm just like, okay, I'm a very honest person. I'm like, tell me what your agenda is and let me know. And then if it's real or if it's something I'm vibing with, cool. If not, that's fine. I don't like wasting anybody's time. I don't like my time wasted. I'm like, just be real.
Yeah, I mean, dating is hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't.
That's true as well. Who said that? No. Oh, someone mentioned Zoa. Zoa said, I think culture plays a part. 100%. Culture, background, like societal expectations, all of that. But it's interesting to unpack.
I'm fortunate to like find some people that I've vibed with and like who are that like the effort that I put out there isn't necessarily like, it's not like fake effort, you know? It's intentional.
Well, Lottie, was it Lewis who said it or was it Jules who said it? I think was it Lewis? Lewis said that he would require his partner to be in therapy. Or was it Jules who said that? I can't remember. One of them. It was when they were first being introduced, I believe.
And like, I guess that's kind of like, I try to be intentional about my dates. Is like, you know,
I don't know, like your expectations of another person that you're willing to date, they're all yours. But like, if your expectations are through the ceiling kind of high, then like, yeah, I mean, maybe there's a lot to talk about there.
May not be going like on a $300 date.
Yeah.
Lewis said that. I thought so.
You know, but like, I enjoy the small things in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a super like laid back person. I would much rather go like on an exploring like adventure day.
Yeah.
These two are not a match. I would like that girl Aubrey from her introductory clip. I would like to see her as the new like bachelorette, for instance.
That adventure. Not everything has to be transactional, and I hate that we have gotten to that as both men and women, like in this society.
Yeah.
Like everything has to be materialistic. I'm like, we could go walk at the park. That's a date. You could go walk at the mall. That was a date. Like,
sure. And like, that's the thing is that like, I can live life with you. Like, that's my goal for a date is like, can I do like the day-to-day life with you?
That's true.
And like, day-to-day life isn't like us going to like a fancy dinner. Like day-to-day life is like, hey, let's go grab a cup of coffee and then go for a walk in the, you know, farmer's market. I don't know. Can
we go and do that now? Because this is a really heavy like meta conversation about what is a date while you're meant to be on a date. This is I mean, a date can be anything, and sometimes they're like special occasions, and sometimes they're just like you said, going to grab coffee or going for a walk or whatever. This is a lot. Aubrey deserves better.
Things that like bring me joy, and if they bring, if you can vibe with that, like, then I can see a future with you.
So I have a question. So when you saying this about day-to-day life, what does like long distance relationships look like to you, or like have you ever done that?
Yeah, I mean, I've done.
He seems particularly disinterested in long-term relationships, so I don't understand the purpose of this. Alex, you're gonna have to explain this to me.
Like one long-distance relationship, and I ended up moving for them, and it was not easy. You know, like, it was hard.
Yeah.
I think it would take a lot of like communication, a lot of like commitment, a lot of just like effort. You know, like intentional effort. Make time for each other. I guess, you know, like
hobbies. They should talk about them. Lou, I agree.
Kind of case by case. Like I can't really tell you what like that would look like for you or what it would look like for somebody else.
One of my questions I've always wanted to ask you. I know you have kids. Are you wanting more kids? What does that look like for you?
I think it would definitely depend on my partner. You know, I like, it would definitely depend on who I'm with. I'm open to like having more kids, and I'm also open to not having kids ever again. Like say you and I like ended up seeing each other and you said, hey, like I do want to have children, and like that's in my 5-year plan or whatever. I would have to like evaluate that. Obviously it's not one of those things that like I can answer like right away. Like I'm open to it.
Yeah, that's a good,
I mean, some people have a pretty firm answer of like, no, I don't want kids, or yes, I do see kids. It's good that they're talking about this, but it's weird in the context of the rest of the conversation.
It's a good enough answer for me. Yeah. I really appreciate you sharing that. And I really had a really good time today, so thank you so much.
Such a good time. It's been so good. Like,
best day ever, literally.
Really
I can say that. I've had some dates, but top 10, top 2, not 2. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, of course.
This is in your top 2 dates, did she say?
Thank you.
Aubrey deserves better.
So
I hope someone watches this and sees like Aubrey's energy and vibrancy and like joy and decides, you know what, I know she's on Instagram. I will Well, I mean, to be fair, Cynical Zach thinks that that's all this is about, the clout. But I hope she finds someone.
That's fun.
Yeah. I don't think it's Lewis.
Did the hand holding feel like a little sparkly?
And that's kind of what I was hoping for. I was like, this will be a good litmus test for like.
Oh, the sparkly litmus test. New loser name.
What's the vibe? If it was between two people, it would be Aubrey and Jules.
Oh my god, nailed it.
Even through all your other one-on-ones, are you still going back to one person?
At the end of the night, I am.
Is it kind of like when you know, like
A little bit. Okay, I'll tell you this.
The only person he's sucked face with in 4 episodes is Jules. Jules is winning.
I was a little bummed that,
referring to Jules.
I was worried I wasn't even going to see her until tonight. So, like, it's kind of cool that I was, like, able to actually just, like, interact with her a little bit. And so, which is really nice. Aubrey's cool, and, like, she's great. And she says some really great...
Where'd she find this guy anyway? I don't know. Allegedly, there was a casting call, and this might have been a bit of a bottom-of-the-barrel situation.
Things...
No offense.
That, like, will challenge me and challenge my thinking and challenge who I am, and I love that. I love that in a partner. I don't ever want to fall into a pitfall of like stagnant, not even stagnant, but just like too comfortable with the mundane. And so
oh my god, fuck this. He sounds like 2022 Foodie.
That's what Aubrey brings to the table. And I appreciate that. I really do. I think it's
I want adventure and exploration and expeditions and I want intensity and passion. Okay.
It is.
Are you bringing that, or are you expecting your partner to bring that? Because you can't always expect your partner to bring that. You've got to carry the load as well, mister.
A very
phrasing.
It's a very enticing quality.
Because I don't see, honestly, I look at Lewis, and you know what? I don't even need to look at Lewis. I hear Lewis, and I don't see someone who's necessarily up outside of disc golf, which I think would have been a really fun like date idea, but we decided to go to putt-putt anyway. Maybe disc golf isn't like big in Rhode Island. Like outside of him saying that, I just got a very chill kind of guy, and he wants like excitement and adventure in a partner. Is he bringing that same energy? No, he's not.
Quality that she offers. And she's extremely attractive, she's extremely funny, she's extremely like energetic. I do think that like her energy level it does not match well with mine. Like I'm not upset about that, I think that's the wrong kind of challenge I'm looking for, if that makes sense. Like I love to be challenged socially and mentally and like even in like relationships, but like I know who I am. I know like my personality type, I'm low energy but introspective and just very like logical. And so she brings the logic, but she also brings the energy. Like what I'm looking for is somebody who can match my like zen and like chill vibe. I do have this vibe that like Aubrey wants a family someday, and like I can't definitively give her a yes on that. And I think that's hard.
Do you know if Jules wants more kids?
I don't know. But she already has kids, so there's a different vibe there. It's different if she wants more kids.
Like and vibe are the most overused words today.
I'm sure she would be open to not having more kids because she already has kids.
He's not zen vibe. No, he's gaslight vibe. There's a difference.
As opposed to somebody who has never had kids, wants to do all that, wants to do the pregnancy and the, childbirth and all of that. Like, I mean, honestly, like I've never been a baby guy. I've never been one to be like, oh yeah, I want to have, that's why my ex and I adopted. It's like we weren't baby people. We always had this mindset of like, there are kids that need...
Why are you having this conversation with Alex and not the women who you went on dates with? I'm sorry? Because you left that door wide open to, it would depend on my partner and, if it was in the 5-year plan or whatever. This conversation is very different to what we just experienced with Megan and Aubrey. Oh my God.
Parents, and we are parents who want kids.
Yeah, exactly. So that he doesn't want more kids, by the sounds of it. That could have been a very definitive, answer to both Megan and Aubrey's questions. Holy shit.
Kids, but we don't want babies, so, this is a good solution. I can't say right now, definitively, that I'm open.
God, if he feels like Gaslighter Beauty as well. Look, because... I feel like if he was called out on, wait, why are you saying this in an interview and you said this other thing on the date? He'd say, well, specifically, you spoke about wanting more kids, not wanting babies. That's different. Oh my God, I hate it.
Having children again. It would definitely take the right person. It would take the one type person.
So we've now seen Luis go on his one-on-one dates today with Megan and
Alex has painted Lewis in a particularly poor light, I think.
Aubrey.
Not to say that's not deserved. I don't trust him at all. I don't like a lot of what I'm hearing, but
It seems like the connection with
we're
Aubrey
keeping a lot of content in, you know?
was getting a little bit stronger, but I'm curious to see where Luis's connection is going to head now with Val. Val and Luis are going to head on a bowling date to wrap up his day of fun.
I forgot we hadn't gone on a date with Val yet. Let's go with Val. Have
And
fun.
get to know each other a little bit more. I've seen Luis and Val have some really great side conversations during the group dates, so let's see how their dynamic is one-on-one.
Oh, how it burns. We barely started on every turn. Keep moving
Oh, this song's giving Kesha.
further. And all of my
Not her vocals, just the sound.
broken bones mend with your love. We never learn.
That song. What is this machine? What are you? Custodian Walker. I'm sorry, who are you? Let's get an episode with him. Man says, voted for Val at first because she's from Boston, but now I don't want her to get stuck with him. Same. I think all the girls deserve better.
So obviously, I love joking around.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, she's a jokester, our Val.
It's just my personality trait, and the one thing I've taken is
Also, we are partway through these ice creams. Where's the rest of the conversation?
I can be a lot, but I never am. There's never like, it's nothing personal. I just love joking around.
Sure.
It can be insulting some people if you don't know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to assume that if I'm laughing with you and having a good time, then you get who I am.
Right.
So I wasn't sure if I was coming off too aggressive or too, maybe not
No.
assertive, but yeah.
No, I feel like my mom is, I mean, I grew up with a Mexican woman, a Latina,
fierce.
and she's like, loves to laugh. She's very vivacious and very loud and
What a good word.
very like
I love
crass
that
in her like
bold.
Yeah, and so like she's always just been like that. And so like I'm used to it. I mean, it definitely took me back, and like there are some similarities. You definitely remind me a lot of my mom.
In a good way?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
because obviously I love my mom. She's probably like my best friend, and so there's
Sweet to say, but
this energy that you kind of bring forth that I appreciate. I
don't know. First date, you remind me of my mother, and my mother's my best friend. Look, I'll stop that conversation right there.
really enjoy it. It's like one of those things that's like she's living her best life, and I love that. Like
My mantra has always been if I'm around good people and laughing, then I am as happy as I can be.
that's awesome.
I don't care what I'm doing, who I'm with.
Yeah.
I just want to laugh.
Yeah,
And that's it.
that's great.
Like,
Val's here for the vibes, the good vibes.
life is so serious, right? And obviously I'm all about work and like, work and life balance.
Sure.
And I play hard and I work hard, but like, I don't know
Seems like the red flags are just multiplying.
what it is. And all of my friends say this too. Like, it's just my aura. I just like laughing.
Yeah.
And if I can make someone laugh, then I did something good.
Yeah, I love that.
That's it.
It's so good.
One of the things I did have, been wanting to ask you, I know you have 2 kids and they sound amazing. Are you open to having, more kids?
If he doesn't answer the way he actually answered in confessional, I'm going to be mad.
To myself, like as I've gotten into the dating world, if I would be open to it, and I think I don't want to jump into something like that without just like a lot of like deep consideration of that stuff.
Maybe not necessarily right now is like,
Sure,
an ideal time to probably even have that conversation, but I think it's also important that being on the same page.
Yeah.
100%. If you're going out there trying to find, your new Disney romance, and that element of the conversation isn't compatible, keep it pumping.
Yeah.
One thing I know is I do want kids, and whether that's, I'm entering like the dating pool of, God bless, I'm 29, I'm almost 30. I'm entering the pool where people either been married or have kids. And
Right.
I've always been accepting of like whether if someone else has kids.
Sure.
And I love kids.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like a nurturer at heart and always
Yeah.
will be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's also been like
Sarah, yes.
something that I'm okay with too.
Yeah.
Like whether if I have my own kids or if I don't have my own kids, like as long as I have kids that I can kind of help raise
Yeah,
or be
yeah.
a part of like some sort of mother
Sure.
figure.
Yeah.
That's all. Because I
Yeah.
think that at the end of the day, like I came from such like a family oriented like family.
Mhm.
And my dad and my parents split up. I want to say like 7 years ago.
Okay.
And my dad remarried, and he's such a family guy. My dad is like my best friend. Literally, like my mom and I
Yeah, see, the key difference is she didn't say, you remind me of my dad.
Have a little bit of a rockier relationship, but my dad, he got remarried and he married a woman who had an autistic son.
Oh, okay.
And like he glows being just the father
Yeah.
for that little boy.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing to see that I carry a lot of his characteristics because I love helping, nurturing, molding somebody to be the best that they can be for this crazy freaking world.
Yeah,
you know?
I love that.
And that's why I nanny.
Yeah,
I 100% know that's why I am so grateful that
I'd forgotten
that I met the family that I work for, that these two boys.
What are these first date conversations? Sadie, they're a lot. They're a lot. Like, I'm grateful I don't think I've had a first date like this.
Who are...
I mean, generally for me, the conversation about what are your thoughts on kids is kind of, that's a little further down the track. My first dates look very different.
Absolutely keep me on my feet and toes at all times. They're such great boys.
Yeah, great. I'm glad you do, because anybody I brought into my life, I would want them to be, you know, open to supporting me being a parent, you know.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
And even being like, maybe someday being a step-parent, you know, like I think that that's super important to me. One of the things that's hard about like this whole dating show thing is like everybody's from afar, you know, like.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like,
a chance, right? You're risking, you're gambling, you know.
Yeah, and so like, you know,
Like, damn it. Now's the question of, is he just self-sabotaging all of these dates because he's put all of his eggs into one basket with Jules? Is that the thing? Or is he just not vibing with anyone else? Maybe that's the thing.
I want to like get to know somebody, and like I want to be able to like see where it goes. I've been in long
me
distance
too.
relationships. They're so hard. But like they're not impossible, and
it's doable.
Yeah, I just think it just takes some time and it takes some effort, and it takes the right person.
It
and
takes
it right
communication.
Yeah.
It takes communications, it takes patience, and grace, honestly. Like, I would like to think those are like the three key fundamental. Like, I wasn't in one for a very long time too. This was years ago, but I was a lot younger, and I think that I took away from that relationship that like, without communication, without trust, without, you know, having grace for each other and just understanding, being empathetic to someone, perspective, like putting someone, I always tell everyone this, put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Yeah.
I get it, we're irrational and we're impulsive as humans naturally. That's how we want to react. Like, you gotta breathe a step back. And I'm Latina, trust me, like that took a lot for me to I'm much calmer than I was back in the day. So, and it's because you live and you learn.
Yeah. How have you, like,
I love that we're getting to know these gals. Lewis could just not be here. Like, these could be confessional moments to camera, and I think I would be enjoying it just as much.
like enjoyed this weekend, and like I know you and I got a little bit of time around the lake earlier this weekend, and that was awesome.
And it was an us moment for sure.
Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
It was unexpected too. We kind of just did our own thing.
Yeah, and it was really refreshing and really nice, and also just like, so I really appreciated that you would take the time to like come join me.
I wasn't sure, like I was struggling with, I think everyone in the house, right? You being the only bachelor, and
yeah,
we're all very bold women, and it's hard to like envision, right? Like what you're thinking.
Sure, and I think like the show aspect of it requires me to kind of keep my cards close.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely,
and like, so
yeah.
like I'm really trying to like I don't want to hurt anybody.
Oh no.
You know, like that's not my goal. My goal is not to like upset anybody. But you know, like I do want to like formulate.
Was he the right choice for this role?
A true connection, and like I really want to like feel that out. And so like I told myself before coming on the show that I was going to give all of myself to each of you individually as much as I possibly can.
Right.
I think you haven't.
Whatever has happened at the house, that is not in my head. I'm right here with you.
Okay.
And like
That
earlier,
makes me feel special.
earlier I was right here with whoever was sitting in your seat.
That
Does that
makes
make
me
sense?
feel-
And
it's-
so like,
absolutely.
and like
I don't think you had this level of focus or attention for Megan, for instance, but
because it's the only way that I can actually show you who I am and receive who you are.
If it's any reassurance, actually, a lot of the girls, whenever we, everyone's gone on their one-on-one date, we kind of like, so how'd it go? And we, we kind of all chit-chat.
Yeah.
The one thing everyone keeps reiterating is you're great at being attentive and making eye contact.
Well, I
not with Megan.
Haven't always been.
Okay.
Because it's a confidence thing, I like
Absolutely. Eye contact is confidence.
Yeah, looking somebody in the eye it takes confidence. And sometimes I will walk with my head down and I have to tell myself,
head up.
Yeah, like,
own it.
It's just taken a lot of self-work, and I have done so much freaking work.
And I can see that, and you may not see it, and I know that I think some of the girls also don't see it, because it's something I don't think I've communicated very well, but like, they've made some comments like, oh, you're the thinnest one here, and like, you're gonna get a lot of hate
Very valid.
comments from like people online that are gonna be like, why is she on the show? But like, what y'all didn't see was like after all of my life up until after high school, like I was 100 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
And like if my dad didn't.
Oh my god, I hope to God no one out here is gatekeeping who's curvy enough to be on Alex's fucking dating show. Get out of town.
Sit me down, say, Hijita, I'm worried about you, and like if it wasn't for him, I honestly, sorry.
No, it's okay. Let me have your hand.
And so I think that's kind of the reason why a lot of the girls might have, I don't know if they felt intimidated.
Can I take your hand?
I hope.
May I hold your hand? Give me your hand.
Not, but like.
Words are important.
I'm not thin. I'm so curvy, and I've earned this.
Yeah,
you know,
you've worked hard for that.
Absolutely. I feel like I get kind of like discredited for it because I don't necessarily like look like everyone else in the house. Like also like in my friend group, like all of my girls are tiny. All of my friends are tiny. I'm the big one in my friend group. You know, and then it's always been in the middle. I've never been enough for anything. So like that's hard to like navigate through growing up, whether that was weight or.
Okay, this is why we shouldn't put like a value on the size of our body, because this seems messed up in both ways, right? I'm stuck in the middle. I'm not curvy enough for some people, and I'm too curvy. Like that's wild to me. Val, you're so beautiful. Like fuck everyone. My God.
Race, right?
But also, like, in the back of your head, like, sometimes you still see yourself as that person.
Oh, body doesn't work 100%. Like, I am confident. All those women in that house are confident. All those women are beautiful.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not linear.
No,
it's not linear
right, exactly.
at all. And whether it's weight or race, like, you know, growing up, I was Spanish. I grew up in a Spanish household, but I was born and raised here. And so I'm not Spanish enough to hang out with my Spanish friends, but I'm not white enough either to hang out with my white friends. So I've always been in the middle.
In the middle, yeah. And see, that's...
Okay. First date topic of conversation. Possibly better with a professional. I don't know, but maybe not first date conversation.
It's cool that you share that with me because that's always been my life. I speak English like an Anglo, pero hablo español como mexicano. And so like I can kind of fit in, but never fit in.
100%. And you're always putting your best foot forward to try to like, yeah, I get that.
That is hard. You know, like a lot of people like...
I want random first date questions. Yeah, Dark Rubber Ducky. I want like, what was your first family pet? What's your favorite color?
Try and like diminish who we are as either Latinos or as Americans. We live in this like halfway position.
And that's sometimes almost harder.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
You don't know which way to go when you're fitting in, but like at the end of the day, like I am who I am. And in my submission video, I said that I was like, I've always been in the middle and I am who I am, take it or leave it. Like that's it. And I love the people that, you know, my circle of people. I love my people. I love those girls. Like we've created such strong relationships and friendships that honestly are probably going to be a lifetime because we found a little community that understood like dating and just everything as being, you know, a thicker girl. And
yeah, you guys are part of a sisterhood now. That
I know.
I'm glad to be a little bit a part of it.
You will be 100%.
No, season 2, get rid of him.
I care about all you guys individually. Sure, like there may not be a romantic connection with all of you, but like that does not take away from how much I care about and like have.
He's already decided he's after Jules, by the way.
Grown to care about.
These are just performative dates.
About you guys as people, as peers, as fellow like plus size people, you know, who are like trying to find love. I'm really grateful for the time that you shared with me, and I am really glad that we got to like go and have fun and get to know each other a little bit more.
This was special. I appreciate this.
And I'll definitely carry these memories forever.
I don't even think he's gonna leave this season with anyone, Voodoo. To be fair, like I mean, maybe he'll pick someone who like wins, but I don't think that
like so. I'm
that
really
means what anyone thinks it's gonna mean.
Thank you so much.
I think where we really connected was when we went to get ice cream, and it was just us talking, and he opened up, and I saw a side of him that I hadn't yet. And, you know, I kind of needed that because I wasn't sure where his head was at. And granted, you know, he's dating the other ladies too. But I think for my sole purpose here, I needed to connect with him in a vulnerable way because I can flirt and be playful and he can be playful. And you can kind of like...
Where's that fun energy? I'm missing that.
Be receptive to that. But like vulnerability for me is kind of how I guide a connection, right? Like opening up with someone. And he had brought up that, you know, we had that one-on-one talk at the lake, which wasn't filmed, and he goes, and I kind of like that because it was sincere. You came with me and you kind of just sat and we talked about, you know, a lot of things and
why do they keep saying they had all of these conversations and none of them happened on film?
I honestly forgot about that. And then he brought it up and I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. And it was nice because he remembered little details, you know, and then he talked about how like I can tell that
that's the trick with reality TV, right? You don't admit to anything or reference anything that didn't happen on camera because like how are we meant to go on that journey with you?
He goes, you're so funny. And for me, that's one of my biggest compliments. So he was like, you remind me, and not in a creepy way, of my mom. Honestly, like I think that's a huge compliment. He was like, my mom is everything and you're Latina and I can see that I think he used the word comforting. He goes, it's really comforting to be in your presence because you give me that vibe of my just being like with my mom.
Look, some people may take that as a compliment. I don't think I would.
Yeah, I think overall the date was better than I anticipated.
Did you feel a spark?
Kinda. We both got vulnerable.
it's not a yes, it's not a yes.
Cried a little bit, and he reached over and he held my hand, and like, just whether that was like romantic or platonic, like that's comforting in itself. I think it's a natural instinct. When I cry, I kind of look away. And so when I try to do that, he stopped. He's like, hey, like take a minute, like let's stop, like, and he like, just give me your hand. And like, he was very, very comforting. And you know, that conversation that we had was hard, and it's one that's always stuck with me. So he was very, very, very sweet about navigating that. And I don't know if it was a spark, but it was special.
Okay, so first and foremost.
Yeah, I could see them being friendly. Sure. Romantic? No, he's all in on Jules.
How was the date with Val?
The Val date was really good. I had so much fun. Like, I mean, I haven't gone bowling in over a decade. It's been so fun though to like. It was cool to see her in that element. Like, she was like giving me shit. And, like, I love that like kind of vibe, like that playful. Like, I mean, I told her that like she kind of reminds me of like my mom, which I don't mean. I mean, I mean it as a compliment, but also like I don't see her like romantically like there's not a romantic like spark there.
I saw you holding hands. Like, was it just kind of?
She was being extremely vulnerable with me, and I just wanted to be comforting, and also just like let her know that like her vulnerability was welcomed and like accepted. Comforting touch.
Okay,
you know?
not necessarily romantic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like, and I hope.
Alex, we didn't need to have this explained. We knew what was going on, but thank you so much.
She didn't perceive it as romantic. It was just like I was, you know, like because I literally was like, let's take a second, let's pause, let's take a second, give me your hand. It showed me that like she can be serious. She can't, you know, like she can have like a seriousness to her, because that's honestly been my fear all week. Is she's been the jokester, the prankster, like, and like I love that. I love that vibe. I love that energy. But like, I want to know that like when
you can
like,
dig deep.
Yeah, or like when like the shit hits the fan, I can come to you and be like, my life is falling apart, and I know that you're not going to be trying to like take it lightly, but you're going to like embrace me and take me in and give me the comfort and support that I need.
Man, I am so glad I don't have any of these like thoughts or concerns with dates. Oh boy, that would make for a not great first date.
Those moments. It was good. I still didn't feel the spark. We had a conversation down here alone. Even then.
Hi, welcome to First Dates with Pulpy. Lovely to meet you. What's your favorite color? What was the name of your first family pet? Also, I need to know that you will be there if my life breaks down. Not a good date.
And like it was the same feeling. It was genuine. There was a connection there, but like there just wasn't like this romance or like this draw where I'm like where I want to dig deeper or where
also referencing back to Jules, I need to know that tomorrow you will be at like on my hip because we sucked face that one time.
Want to like I really want to sink my teeth into that. Like it was more.
Ploofy, yes, there is a ring on this pen. This pen came with the wedding girdle. I just like fidgeting with it.
Feeling it.
It's just not that initial spark.
Right.
Okay, so where are you at in terms of the fact that now you've finished all your one-on-one dates?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is decision day.
Yeah.
And of course, we know we're not expecting you to propose tomorrow.
Right.
But rather make
but it would make great YouTube.
a connection with someone
Plant
that
the
you
seed,
want
Alex.
to take on beyond the show.
Yeah.
So where are you at with the girls? I'm curious.
You know, I had a really great time with Aubrey today, and I've had a really great time with Jules, and like,
Top
you know,
two.
I will say, you know, I had my second date with Jules. I've been able to like take the energy that I got on that date and continue to just kind of like explore it or like break it down, unfold it a little bit more, just so that I could see if there's actually a connection there, or I can't help but be drawn to her.
Yeah, I noticed.
It would be hilarious if he did. Z's, I agree. I hope he proposes to Jules tomorrow.
Every time we have a group setting, every time we come back to the house between one-on-ones, I notice you're immediately pulled to go talk to her. Like you want to get to know her more.
Yeah, absolutely, I do. Like
Every time we come back to the house, I look over, I'm like, oh, he's talking to Jules.
To me, it feels very undeniable. To me, it feels like I'd be doing myself a disservice to not give her some time, like give her some of my time. Because like
I thought we were giving 100% of our time and energy to the gals we were on our date with. It sounds to me like the Aubrey and Jules dates should have been left to episode 4, not episode 2.
I want it to be reciprocated. I want her to be able to like, because I would hate to be like, hey, I choose you, and then her be like, I don't want to choose you back. You know?
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's vulnerable for sure. Is
Again, great YouTube, Alex. Let's see rejection in episode 5.
Is there a chance with anyone but Jules?
On the finale of Curvy Connection.
Oh my god!
I know who I'm gonna pick.
I'm afraid that she'll be
Oh, not this hat. This hat is a little too small, I think.
like, you know, like
Also, I'm sure you made this hat, and it's a lovely hat, but it seems a little small.
I appreciate it, but like not interested kind of thing, you know? I can't help but think that that's a real possibility.
Where do you think she's at right now?
I don't know. No idea.
Feeling nervous?
my god, he's gonna propose. He's gonna propose on the jetty. Look at this red carpet, or orange carpet, or whatever it is. Oh my god!
100%. That was a tough one.
Okay, they got me with the cliffhanger, gals. Right, so we've got a blooper reel to watch, and then this final. Why did she release the final on a Thursday? That seems interesting. Right, let's watch the bloopers. It's only 3 minutes long. We'll watch it at speed, just so we can get through it. Here we go. Okay, bloopers. Let's go. Oh wait, is this gonna spoil? I feel like this might spoil. Maybe we don't watch the bloopers yet. We watch the final episode and then the bloopers. Okay, no worries. Final episode's 22 minutes long. This is Curvy Connection finale. I'm excited. Who else is excited? I'm excited. I'm very excited. I want to see a proposal.
Welcome to the finale of Curvy Connection. If you're a few episodes behind, now's the time to pause this video and catch up because
it's all right, gal. We've been covering it. We're good.
Today, Luis is going to make his final decision on who he has connected with the most throughout this journey.
Jules. It's obviously Jules. It's Jules.
Yesterday, Luis went on 3 one-on-one dates to really finalize who he has the strongest connection with. I can't wait to sit down with Luis today, see where his head is at, see where his strongest connections are, and watch the day unfold.
Thank you so much, Chic Soul, for sponsoring Curvy Connection. You can get 20% off your CHICKSOUL.com order with code Curvy Connection.
Now,
I feel like I need another beverage. I'm out.
Let's go check in with our guy looking for love, Luis.
I hate the romper. I don't like the romper. I don't think the romper is particularly
You have an
flattering.
opportunity today to take 2 girls on.
I like everything from like the waist up on the romper, but I think the short part of it is a little high.
On dates to kind of finalize who you want to pick for the end of this. Where are you at with that?
I think that's probably why I didn't really sleep too much last night. Just because it was one of those things where I don't think I need any more time.
Okay.
I know who I want to pick.
You do?
Yeah.
So you don't need more dates with more than just one person?
No.
You have one person?
That's it.
In your heart, you know?
Yeah. You know.
Alex, let's be honest. The shooting schedule for this was like 4 days. We haven't got time at this Airbnb to like go for another round of dates. We got to do this thing today.
No, I've kind of fought it a little bit so that I could be present with the other girls. But at the end of the night, it was always just the one.
When you know, you know?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
God, it's true love.
So, who do you want to take on your final one-on-one before we do the ceremony?
I think we both know that it's Jules.
I think we both know that it's Jules.
Oh my god, Team Jules.
And take
and not Team Lewis.
her on a little couples massage, and that way you guys can just relax and get to know each other more.
A couples massage? Like you're getting massaged by someone else, but there's 2 of you in the room? Or like you're giving each other a massage? Which one is it?
Definitely.
I think that's needed. I think you both deserve
speed love on Curvy Connection.
A good massage and some good quality time to chat.
I need to find more of these shows. This is the most interesting YouTube concept in the history of the world.
Yeah.
So let's get Jules and head to your last one-on-one.
Because I have a feeling like Amby could do something like this. Could you imagine Amby's Curvy Connection? How much fun would that be? Oh, she should absolutely do that, because that is content for days. Just scroll through her DMs, find all of the people, and just be like, hey, we're going to go out on a date. We're going to go here. We're going to film it. I'm going to make content out of it. And I will build a show around it. Oh, it'd be so much fun. Curvy Calories presents a Panoply pinup production.
You look nice with your little hat.
Oh my god, Jules, you're stunning. Look at this outfit. I love a coordinated print moment. Good for you.
Thank you.
These pants with this top. Jules deserves better. I hope she says no. Amby's channel is already this. No, it's not. Amby's channel is, I broke up with my girlfriend a month ago. Ah! Is it a romper or separates? I think it's separates. Revival Massage, Providence, Rhode Island. Alright, we'll look at their prices. Interesting. Oh, with rose petals. That's cute.
you get massages ever?
No, not very often.
Yeah.
This is a very awkward date, I just have to say.
I've had them before, but I think the last time I had like a relaxing massage was probably a couple years ago. So what do you think about this experience so far?
It's been fun. It's been exhausting. I'm glad we're ending like this.
Are you glad you did it?
Yeah, 100%. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying,
Second date couples massage? What do you think?
it's just, I don't know, it's interesting because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it or not.
So awkward having a conversation with your like head smushed into a pillow. Like it's pillow talk, but there are other people there.
You know, like really putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And getting kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, the camera crew are there. The massagers are there. This is not a private conversation.
Well, I'm just not knowing what to expect, you know? But it's been really good.
Yeah.
And it's really, really nice getting to know you. It's been really nice getting to know the girls. I feel like it's kind of opened my mind to a few things.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been good.
I kind of came into this experience just like completely open-minded and just open for whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just figured, you know, if I did that, I would, either way, I'd be pleasantly surprised, you know?
Also,
Yeah, sure.
I don't, like, I've spoken about how I do not enjoy massages as a concept. I have received one professional massage in my entire lifetime, and that was like a sports massage, and that hurt like a something. But I could see the value in it. This, maybe not for me.
No expectations?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
It's not a lot. I don't see the relaxation here, especially with all these people.
It's just been hard. You know, I've been single for a long time, like I mentioned. And so the idea of potentially finding somebody instead of...
What do I think the budget for this production was? Probably pretty low. I mean, Alex probably wouldn't have put a lot of her own into it. I'd say most of these places have sponsored the dates, because they get like their name and stuff out there. I know, is Alex in Rhode Island?
Down. And...
I think it would have been like the B&B or the Airbnb should probably claim as a production write-off. I honestly don't actually think there's a camera person there. I think that they've just been given the camera and a tripod and been told to like hit the button, or they set it up and then leave. Because all of the shots when they're on the dates are just like a still angle, like no one's actually there moving anything around. Yeah, and I mean the dates have been arcade, and I don't know. I think it would probably be a pretty like low budget.
It's kind of intimidating.
Sure.
Oh, she does live in Rhode Island, right?
That's understandable.
Any final words before the
So it's like
ceremony?
It's someone she know's house that's empty for 4 days.
I'm glad I'm sharing this last little bit for you.
Aww.
Yeah, it's really nice. You excited to go back home?
I really miss my kids.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do this often.
Sure.
So I'm excited to see them. Feel like a half person without them, but again, also, you know, it's been nice to just almost get to know myself a little bit more. I can't tell you the last time I mean, besides a couple work trips, I've not ever really done anything without them.
Oh, we're getting the elbows in there.
Trips and stuff.
Sure.
So I'm really excited to see them again. But yeah, to be honest, I'm enjoying myself. I don't know if I want to jump right back into like the grind, the work and mom grind.
Yeah, I'm definitely conflicted for sure. You know, have you ever considered living anywhere other than Seattle?
Yeah, I think if I didn't have children, I would love to live all over.
Yeah.
I love to travel and check out new places, and I just think it's important for my kids to have, you know, stability.
Oh no, did Chat do the thing? I think Chat did the thing. Chat did the thing.
And
Chat, don't worry, you'll come back in a minute.
being near their dads, and so for now, while they're growing up, I don't think I would ever move out the area. But once they get older, totally.
Yeah.
I love Washington. It's beautiful. We've got, you know, all the seasons, and it's a really good place to live. But it is very expensive and only going up. And I think it'd be fun to check out another area. How about you?
Yeah. I've considered moving a bunch of different places. I mean, I've been all over the country. I haven't been out west too much. Furthest west I've been is like Phoenix.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I told you you came back.
Washington, California. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Maybe you'll have a reason now to come to Seattle.
Oh, Jules.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're holding hands. Oh, they had to wait for the masseurs? Massagers. The people to leave.
Thoughts after your date with Jules?
It was really good. It was fun.
I'm in love with her.
It was fun to get away and actually have like a little bit of like adventure, if you will. Sometimes she's hard to read. Sometimes it's like, I don't know.
Masseuses, is that it?
Good though. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. She'll do things that are like on her terms, and it's like it catches me off guard, and it's kind of really just like it feels good. And sometimes I'm like the one that initiates, which is fine. You know, I don't mind doing that. But like, so it's cool that like there is some kind of back and forth. You know, like it's not just like one-sided, which I think is encouraging for sure.
How are your thoughts on going into the final ceremony?
I don't know. It's obviously like I'm afraid that she'll be like, you know.
Yeah, this is now just the Lewis and Jules show, by the way. The other gals are just there.
I appreciate it, but like not interested kind of thing, you know? I don't know if that'll happen, but I can't help but think that that's a real possibility.
Where do you think she's at right now?
I don't know. No idea.
All right, we've got a suit jacket. We've got some lovely florals. What type of flowers are they? They're cute. We have a pond. Where are the swans? Where are the angry swans?
Well, Luis, we've reached the end of your journey. Are you ready for the final ceremony?
Alex looks nice in it.
I think so, yeah. I'm
Feeling nervous?
Definitely, 100%.
So we're gonna send down the girls one at a time and save Jules for the end. And
where are the doves?
I wish you all the best.
Oh wait, so we've just officially agreed that there's no contest. We're just sending the 4 other girls down to be rejected. Okay, so now I'm seeing season 2 is the 4 girls who got rejected going on a road trip. Love that.
I really hope it goes well. Sending you good vibes. You got this. All right, good luck.
Oh no, poor Megan. I feel Megan looks beautiful. I really like this outfit, but poor Megan.
It's a little scary.
I know, right?
The wibbly wobbly Doc?
Yeah.
Pia?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
It was a little overwhelming.
It's not that it's overwhelming.
God, the small talk kills me.
It's just, you know, it feels a little difficult, you know, having to tell people that, you know, like, I don't know.
I know.
You know.
He's gonna reject them all one by one. Ask Santiago? Yes.
Hard.
I've really enjoyed my time, like, hanging out with you and
Lies. Don't lie to her face.
spending time with you. Like,
Megan, you deserve better.
You
deserve just adventure in your life. Make the most of it. You don't need this 33-year-old dude.
showed me a side of you that, like, I know you don't show too many people.
Go bye.
And I think that was, like, extremely, like, just vulnerable of you.
Lottie, 100%. Lottie said we're not ranking them, but we're sending them down the red carpet from least to most interested. Look, if Aubrey's the last rejected person, I think it's going to go Megan, Fatima, Val, Aubrey, I think will be the order.
And I am so grateful for that. I'm just, like, astounded by your maturity and just, like, you're a gorgeous woman and you have so much to offer. I just have not felt quite the connection.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if that's how you feel either, you know, but, you know, we're all
That's your opportunity to say yes.
here to try and make that connection.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted, you know, just to tell you, just thank you so much for, like, coming and meeting me and spending time with me. It has been such a lovely experience, and I'm so grateful that you were willing to try.
It's totally okay. I understand.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I give you a hug?
Of course. It was great getting to know you.
Yeah.
And spending time with you.
Fatima, I'm just saying, call me clairvoyant.
Hi.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Handsome. How you feeling?
I'm a little anxious, honestly.
Okay.
But, yeah.
How has this been?
Fatima, this dress is lovely, gal.
For you.
I like this. Why are we shooting this in the day? We could have got some lights on this lake and made it a night shot.
It's been a wild ride.
Okay. We didn't even get to use the fire pit.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to call you out here and to have a little conversation with you and just tell you, you know, like, I have enjoyed
Lottie, but the drama of it all, Fatima shoves him into the water.
spending so much time with you.
Yeah.
Being around you, your energy, your infectious, like, vibrant energy is so beautiful, and you're beautiful.
Thank you.
I just want, you know, to just thank you for coming and being a part of this whole experience, spending time with me.
Yeah.
Getting to know me getting to know you.
These do sound a little bit like canned responses so far, by the way.
Unfortunately, we've reached the end of the show, and
That unfortunately sounded dreadful.
I'm sorry.
You wait.
I don't mean it to be dreadful, obviously. I just,
It's not.
You know, I think it's, you know, the connection that you and I have is definitely more
She was Delulu after the first date, to be
of
fair.
a friendship connection.
Absolutely.
And less of a romantic. And,
I agree.
you know, for that, I just want to say thank you for coming out and being a part of this.
I had the most amazing time with you. I think you have aura around you that makes people comfortable instantly. And I feel like you're the type of person that I can talk to about anything. And I felt that like from the get-go, and I was like, that's my new guy friend. Like, that's what I felt. And I was like, that's the person I'm gonna be sending stupid memes to.
Awesome.
And he's gonna be like,
oh God, don't give out your number, Lewis. But also maybe do, because you are terrible.
That's funny.
Yeah, I love
I think it's an incredible thing what you did. It takes a lot to come down here and be around by like lots of loud, different women. But I think this experience is gonna shape all of us and get us ready for something different. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
No, you aren't. Oh my God. Plot twist. I thought Aubrey was going to be last to be rejected. Rude.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say thank you for
That means Val's second last.
coming out
I mean, Val comes second.
here and joining me. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank
I love
you.
this on you.
It's a lovely dress.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Golden
that.
brown, just, you know,
That's
match
it.
made. I do feel a connection with you. Like, you are such a lovely person. You are such an amazing human.
Thank you.
Like, the time that we spent together, you're just so, like, I don't know, bombastic and just like, I don't know, I love the energy that you bring to the table.
Thank
and
you.
it is so like,
Just doesn't vibe with his chill energy, right?
it's so life-giving and it's so refreshing. And so like, I mean, I had so much fun. Like,
Hello, Cheesy Girl. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Cheesy says, that jacket is so ill-fitting. Hello. It is, yeah, I'm a bit confused about the jacket. I don't know if it's one button or two. Yeah, I mean, it could, look. I think, the thing is, here's the thing. Thank you for the super chat. I think the thing is, like, for men in particular, everybody in particular, wearing anything can be a challenge, right? Because everything's kind of, it's like a box that you kind of have to fit into. For me, for instance, like, I've got a jacket that I absolutely love, but I can't wear it because my shoulders are too wide now. Boo, woe is me, I lift heavy things. So it is disappointing, but whenever I put it on, I'm just like, yeah, I love this, and then it's like tight on my lats, and I'm like, well, I can't wear this anymore, that's a shame. Like, it still fits, but it looks absolutely ridiculous. So suit jackets are kind of one of those things, because they often are quite expensive. And I honestly think that suit jackets are probably one of the best examples of like a really structured garment that should absolutely be taken to a tailor or a seamstress to be like fitted to your body. Yeah, because they like shoulder, waist, hips, they're an arm size, like they're all so different on people. This one in particular, like it's got shoulder pads built into it, but like, yeah, I think it would have benefited being like tighter on the shoulders. Yeah, it's not the best fit.
having deep conversation.
But Aubrey looks great.
With you, but also like shooting dinosaurs, racing cars, you know, and like
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, so we had so much.
Oh my God, D. Martin, you make a really good point. He's so no excuses if he's into the fashion of it all. That's true. He's a production designer, developer, whatever. He sews stuff for a living. So yeah, you're right. And he said himself, like maybe he made this actually, because he said himself that he often wears, like more often than not, wears stuff that he made. Yeah, no, you're right. It's very bizarre because if you look, like, it's just so, for some reason it's baggy here, which doesn't make a lot of sense for a really structured, like, suit jacket that very clearly has shoulder pads built into it. Bit of a weird one.
Fun, and I really enjoyed my time getting to know you. I think, like, the connection that I feel with you it's definitely deep. It is a very deep connection, but I don't feel this romantic spark, and I think that's what we're all looking for.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
So, and truth be told, you were definitely at the top of my list. I had so much fun with you, and you.
Maybe he was sponsored. Although I don't know if that chic shop that was sponsoring the fashions does men's, since we only ever saw Alex wearing stuff.
You bring this like side out of me that I rarely see. And so, like, I was really just, like, really grateful for you. And so I'm really grateful for just, like, spending time with you and you coming and joining me in this crazy, wild experience. I think that this is a friendship that will continue to grow.
Oh, there is a second button down there. Okay.
Grow and, like,
What is it? Sometimes, always, never are the rules of the 3 button?
That we'll be able to just build up.
Bottom button is sometimes affair, middle button is an always affair, sometimes, always, never? Or is it never, always, sometimes? Oh, I can't. No, it's never on the top one.
Off of and learn from each other.
Yes.
I'm so grateful for you.
And of course, I'm so grateful for you, and I appreciate you, and I feel the exact same way. But you are such an amazing and full of light person, and I'm like.
3-button suit comes with simple rules. Sometimes, always, never. Sometimes, always, never. Yeah. Sometimes fasten the top, always fasten the middle, never.
Our arcade games?
But this is 2, and 2 is a different affair because 2 is you should always button the top, never button the bottom. I think.
Chef's kiss, top tier, not 2, like, but you are such an.
No, actually, just never have both buttons fastened. Okay.
And I feel the
What
same
even
way.
are
So I'm so
rules?
happy, and I hope we can continue this friendship because we're so fun, and I really love our conversations, and it's just so refreshing to have intellectual, deep conversations with people.
Yes,
and you get that.
Yeah.
The longest breakup ever. I wonder if there's like a rabbit hole of people who film their breakups on YouTube.
And it's just like, I know.
That could be toxic and terrible to watch.
Oh, and hopefully you know we'll be lifelong friends. So
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
am looking forward to that.
Me too,
Yeah.
Louise. Oh my gosh, you are the best.
That was a tough one. She is such an amazing woman, and I did have a connection with her, but it just wasn't the connection I'm looking for.
Hello.
Val, you look
I'm good.
beautiful.
You look handsome.
Thank you so much. You look stunning.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love a red lip.
You do?
Of course I do.
Oh.
Who doesn't?
I
It's
mean,
so classic.
I know, I love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Valeria.
Louise.
I am so like
Do you think the girls know beforehand? I feel like the girls know beforehand.
happy to like have spent some time with you and to get to know you. Like the spirit in you is just so like alive, and I love that so much. And I'm very proud of how you've just like stepped up and shown up for yourself.
Ambi's literally done this 4 times. Be careful what you ask for.
You know?
Yeah, Ambi's gonna go on a host of like instant infatuation dates where she has one date, falls in love, and then they break up, and it's another month worth of booze.
Like you showed me like this seriousness and this vulnerability on our date that like honestly I was a little worried wouldn't come out. And so I was really just like honored that you were willing to give me that. Like I said, you remind me so much of like my mom and like this.
Please stop. Just stop.
Vibrancy. And like I don't think of you like maternal, but like definitely like this like sister vibe that I just like, it just makes me smile and it makes me happy, and it reminds me of like when I was a kid and growing up and like being around like just my family, and it's so beautiful, and that side of you is so like amazing. I don't ever want to see you hide that from anybody, and I think it's one of those things that like someone will value it like I value it, but also have that romantic connection that you need and that I also need, you know?
Right.
Unfortunately, I don't feel that romantic connection with you, and I wish I did, because you were such a stunning woman, and you were an inspiration just because.
See, I think it would have been different if he'd gone on a date with like Val, Aubrey, and then Jules. Megan somewhere in there. Megan was never a contender.
Like,
let's be honest, let's be real.
How much you
Fill a queen.
Actually
lovely gal, but in the context of the show and a competition, Fill a queen.
Given to yourself, you know, and you continue to pour into like
Annie, are you okay?
The family you work with.
Yadara, hello. Thank you so much for the super chat, and lovely to see you today. Happy weekend. Yadara says saw Lewis's IG. He's had a mini sleeve. What do we think about that? Just don't want him to try to change girl's body. He's had a... Oh, you mean yeah? Well, okay, that's an interesting thing because you mentioned it, but I think in the first or second episode he was talking to Aubrey, and how they had both had some form of weight loss surgery, right? So I don't think there's a lot of conversation surrounding all of that. I definitely think that like Val was the person who was definitely having that conversation with Lewis, like specifically about like body image and being too big or too small and things like that. And there was a sense of that in Aubrey as well. But like the conversations with Megan didn't have that at all. I don't think the conversations with Jules had that either. Yeah, and then Fatima's feels like so long ago, but definitely not a conversation about that. So I don't think like he's exacerbating any like conversations surrounding that, but it has been brought up.
You continue to pour into your own family, and so I'm so blessed and so like just so grateful for you sharing this awesome and wild and crazy opportunity with me. I want to continue to
Mama Bear, thank you for gifting your channel membership as well, and KM, welcome to Pops.
in touch and see how your life progresses, and I know you will find somebody who will make you shine like you already do. And like
I know, I got a little bit confused when you said sleeve as well. I was like, yeah, he's got tattoos.
Shine brighter.
Talking about weight loss surgery.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, not all connections are romantic.
Right,
and
yeah.
We have a connection, and you're absolutely right, and I feel that too, and I'm so glad that we can continue, you know, as friends and keep in touch. And
Guys, why are you so quiet?
That's all I can ask for. And I'm glad that you got to see a vulnerable side of me too, because that was very sincere.
Please
in the
speak up.
moment.
Yeah, I
Please
feel
opened up.
There we go.
And I opened up, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No.
P-Day, good to see you as well. Ah, Jules, look at this. Stunning sequenced moment. P-Day, thank you for gifting a channel membership to Z's. Z's, welcome or welcome back. Please make sure you thank the lovely P-Day. This is dragging band. It is. It's okay. We've only got 5 minutes. It's fine.
Careful too. You look amazing.
Thank you.
She does look amazing. Why is this shot in the day?
You look really good too.
It should be night with like floodlights and candles everywhere. Ooh, the feelings.
I've really enjoyed just this awesome time getting to know you. You like have this energy, you bring this peace not only to like this house, but like you brought me a lot of peace this week. That is just like kind of what I needed, because this environment was outside of my comfort zone and just outside of just like anything I've ever done.
Hand holding.
You brought this presence that
It's been 4 days.
just was like so.
Rate the dresses. Ooh, that one's hard. Actually, I've liked them all. I don't think I could rate them. I definitely love this red sequenced moment. With the asymmetrical sleeve. I do love that. I think Jules and Aubrey both have like the best fashion sense in different capacities. Because Aubrey's like fun time reel made me want to like go check out her wardrobe. But I don't know if everything that they've been wearing has been sponsored in this, because there have been some choices. So I think classically I like Jules's fashion more. Aubrey's got like some really cool pieces and some really good like styling, but just not the supplied stuff for this season. Megan's was cute. Val's was lovely. Fatima's was okay. Yeah.
Fighting and like the commonalities that we have and just like the time that we've shared, I've just enjoyed every second with you. I feel this connection with you that is
none of them were poorly dressed.
Like so deep, it feels good. It like literally at the end of the night, I would go back to my place and just, I don't know, just try and process, and like I could not get you out of my mind. You're just an amazing person, just an amazing woman.
You're all hoping for a proposal. I love that.
No.
And I don't know like how you feel about this whole situation, but like the connection that I felt with you has just been, it's just been really fun, really
oh really, SJ? Interesting.
refreshing, and just really just energizing. And I was just wondering if maybe you would like to just continue maybe to explore this some more, like outside of this environment, get to know each other more, and see how it goes, I guess.
I echo your sentiments a lot. I know at the beginning I said you're not typically...
From Jules, from the moment I laid eyes on you, and the fact that you could withstand my gaslighting, I would like to present to you this little wiring.
It's somebody I would be interested in, because I've always had a certain type, and you've really opened my eyes to, you know, it's okay to venture outside of your norm and what's comfortable. This whole thing has been uncomfortable, and it's okay to do things that are unconventional or different for you, and you don't have to remain in your comfort zone. And through this process, you have been just a gentleman, so sweet, so kind, and...
Oh my god, is Jules gonna drop him? Jules! Oh my god, Jules, please. You know this is the, like, D-grade reality version of a reality television show. Are you gonna drop him? Is that the energy that I'm picking up on?
And you're so giving and loving, and I think that it would be great to continue to and talk and see where things could potentially go. Seattle and Georgia are a long way away, but who knows what could happen.
You're right.
I wanted rejection.
Yeah,
I wanted the drama.
Thank you. Wow, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna say right now, they should have picked up on Jules being the number one way earlier, and actually made her date much later in the series, because it didn't make a lot of sense. Like, it definitely should have been... I reckon Megan and Fatima in the first round of dates, and then the other 3 girls. But maybe that came down to like a timeline thing. Like maybe they could only get into certain days for the... Well, the painting was at the house, and where did they go? I can't remember. But now we get to plan a wedding, everyone. How fun.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
You feeling better now?
He never hears from her again.
We have the whole audience of the...
Cameraman, you didn't want to pan to the people who were cheering on the balcony? No? Okay.
I feel like we do have a good connection, but I'm flattered because there's amazing women here. You know, there was a couple women that are exceptionally amazing that, you know, I think they would have
Only a couple? That's a little bit shady.
also been a great fit, but of course I'm happy to be picked, and
Everyone knew that Megan wasn't going to work out.
I think that me and Louise have a good connection. So I'm curious to see where things could potentially go.
I just want to get to know her outside of this environment. Like,
Yeah.
I want to, you know, just interact and just experience, like hear about her, like, day to day, you know? Like, how was work? You know, what did you do today? You know, like,
how did you...
What'd you have for dinner? You know,
Whatever.
things that are just so,
Oh my
like,
god, the most mundane. Tedious. Amberlynn would love this.
simple and, like, commonplace, but truly just, like, show that, like, you're not just interested because of, like, this environment, but you're actually interested because...
I think so, Lottie, yes. I want to see private interviews with the girls he didn't choose now. That's what I want. I want the real team up.
Right person.
Absolutely. I mean, this has been a blast, but real life is a lot different than this. So I think it'll be interesting to, again, continue to get to know you, see where things go. Who knows?
Right.
It's going to be a long distance thing, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But I think it's intriguing.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Finale outfits provided by ChicSoul.com.
I knew it. I knew these gals did not wear these by choice.
Chic Soul is a curvy clothing company that carries sizes 10 through 20.
Yeah, Val's... Okay, let's go back. We'll review.
But I think it's intriguing.
It definitely is.
We'll give it 2 to a boot.
Yeah.
Finale outfits
Fatima, 2. I want to change the shoes. I don't love this platform sandal moment, but it's a cute dress.
Provided by...
Actually, it could have been... I don't like the neckline on that dress, actually.
Intriguing.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Finale outfits provided...
I feel like it's too, like, close up on the neck. Like, a little bit more shoulder, maybe. That would have been fun. It might also... Is it a little too short for me? Do I like it below the knees instead of above? I mean, I know that's not a traditional cut, and there's a whole conversation. Whatever. Fatima, you look lovely, gal. The dress is not my favorite.
Provided by Chic Soul.
Aubrey. I love this color. I love the sheer sleeves. You know I love a shiny dingly dangly bit. And I think the shoes work really well with it. It's okay. I don't necessarily understand the long sleeve and the short skirt and this cut. It's fine. It's probably number 4.
Chic Soul.
I actually think that Megan looks lovely. She's in a chunky heel, which I love, and it works really well with the outfit. Now that I'm looking at the material of this outfit, it's giving a little matronly, which I don't like as, like, a concept. But, like, if you look at something and you think, like, if there's a classic stereotype of, like, mother of the bride, right? And that's what that material gives me. It's that, like, that crinkly, not chiffon, but, like, crinkly, what's it called? It's like crepe paper almost. That might be just all the way from back here because the material is very much giving that. I really like the color. I think the color is really cool and interesting. I think the knot in the front is cool and interesting. I think the fabric is the issue for me. This is probably now number 4 with Aubrey number 3.
Curvy clothing company that carries sizes 10 through 20.
Ah, Val, you looked
outfits
lovely,
provided by ChicSoul.com. Chic Soul is a curvy clothing company.
Yeah, Val looked lovely. I like the shoes with this, although they don't really go with the rest of the look. Yeah. I mean, I think this dress is pretty simple, but she pulls it off because she's stunning. And, you know, sometimes you do need to pare it back a little bit, especially when you're being rejected for a C-grade reality show on YouTube.
Sizes 10 through 24.
Yeah, I really like the simplicity of Val's, so I think I would put her second, and I would put Jules first in this this red moment. And it even looks lined, which is lovely. Again, this is not a read of anybody in particular, apart from Chic Soul and their fashions, but that's all.
You have new arrivals added daily with clothing cut for curves.
crepe. Is that what I'm thinking? Crepe paper?
They have fast shipping from Auburn, Alabama, and you can get 20% off your order with code Curvy Connection.
Well, that's going to wrap up season 1 of Curvy Connection.
She said season 1. We can be hopeful for a season 3. Come on now.
We are so thrilled that Luis and Jules have decided to continue their connection beyond the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to Chic Soul for sponsoring this amazing show. We hope there will be more to come. And go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want another season of Curvy Connection.
I do, but I won't go that far.
Thank you so much for watching.
Are we going to get like a 2024 season? Season 2 though. Bring it on. Yeah. I hope she gets the feedback from the audiences that like the gals were so much more interesting and to maybe like focus on them and less about Lewis. Right, there's a blooper reel that we have to watch now, which is good. It's only a few minutes, so let's see what that's about. At speed? Yes, good.
Put in the bloopy.
She's gassing up a season 2, by the way.
I'm sorry,
Oh, can we see the comments? I can check them out. See, these are their outfits.
Can I say? Take 2.
Okay,
let's get it.
Jules is going on a date later.
Who are you? We didn't get. Who are you?
Know about that. I don't like.
Should I know you?
It's giving broken neck.
Team Jam. Jules, Ops, Megan. Jam.
Jam.
Oh, this is when he was dancing with the pots. Fuck.
I wanted to do this and you guys shut up with the camera.
Yeah, B-roll. This is less bloopers and more just like actual footage we could have just put in the show.
Oh, actually, yeah, hold your glasses again.
Yeah, I live for this. I live for the girls gassing each other up. This should have been in the show. Fuck Jules. Sorry, not Jules. Lewis. Love Jules. Fuck Lewis.
Bring me this leg.
Give us this. This could have been an entire episode of the girls interacting with one another. I would have taken... It was so much more interesting watching the girls having a conversation with Jules in this moment, like sitting on this... Like, I could have had an entire episode without Lewis. That would have been great.
I got you. I'm holding. I feel like
I got you.
Okay, leg. Go away. Go.
No, not go away, Mary. You're on a show. This is great.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
How many Curvy Connection women does it take?
Meanwhile, Lewis is just like pouting in the corner, being sad that Jules isn't paying attention to him. Fuck yeah, I'm watching this.
Let me go. Val started it. Anytime anybody says anything, he's like, that's suspicious. No, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's like standing out.
So good, so good, so good.
Is this a Pennsylvania thing?
Is this a Pennsylvania thing? No, that's a song.
You say that.
Or is that a Pennsylvania thing?
Oh, oops, sorry.
You look so good when you throw it. I wish I
That's my
had
finger.
that. They give you one. What's your go-to flavor?
I don't have a go-to flavor.
That's a big blooper. All right. Hold on. Ooh, so hold on. Now I got the game.
I don't have one.
We gotta go.
We'll go in the back seat. That's way too awkward.
Okay. Oh, all of a sudden you high school students in the back seat.
Yeah, it's gonna be rocking back and forth.
Is it spicy?
Was that me?
Put it in the bloopy. Put it
What is happening?
in the bloopy.
I feel like I'm experiencing a fever dream. It's been 3 hours, chat.
That's suspicious.
Oh, it's a Fenway Park thing? Cute.
Oh my god.
See, where was this shot? Also, Alex's mum, right? Where was this shot during the interaction with Jules? Jen, lovely to see you. Hello, thank you for the super sticker. Where is this? Also, Aubrey's facial expression is everybody. All of us experiencing the final episode.
This is a big girl show, okay?
This was not on my 2023 bingo card.
She from Penn State. I'm from the state. I'm Afro. M-A-N.
Now I understand why she says she's a bit team too much. Now I get it. We just didn't see it on the show. She was doing it in the mansion.
Oh! Get into it! He's messing around. Look at my damn hand. Yo, it's not even a little hole.
It's a 2-holer.
Hey, Luis is a sewer. You know what you gotta do.
Tell her. Talk about easy access, honey. Yes, done, honey. She's hot. She's hot. Oh, she's hot. She's cute. She's hot.
Again, where we're living for the girls gassing each other up. Where was all of this? Where was all of this?
How are you feeling right now?
I'm on the top of the world.
Oh wait, it was Megan I was looking at before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
They censored her weirdness. They definitely did. She talked a big game about being a quirky girl, and then we just didn't see any of it. Now we found it. Thank you for supporting the show. It is my absolute pleasure. Alex, you are so welcome. Let me go back and have a look at the Curvy Connections finale comments. Because someone said that Alex... Oh, Alex has replied to stuff. Someone asks, or said, I wish there were more scenes with the group interactions to balance the solo dates and to see how everyone's personalities came out. I agree. Alex said, we recorded as much as we could with just me and Yar. Yeah, but some of those... Did you? Because some of those were just like a tripod setup. And someone suggested maybe add blink cameras to the common areas. I agree with that. Yep. I would have just kept them mic'd at all times. Like, people are just giving feedback in good faith. Yeah. No, I don't think it's nasty. Like, no one's coming for Alex to say, like, boo, you suck, you didn't do this right. But if she's teasing a season 2, like, she definitely needs, like, additional microphones, or maybe just like an additional set of hands. Stephanie a day ago says, I need a current update after the Curvy Connection. Alex says, coming soon. Oh my god, chat, it wasn't the final. We're going to get an update. How good. How good. Okay, well that's about it. So that's where we're going to end on, not Curvy Calories, damn it, Curvy Connection. That was fun. So chat, thank you very much for hanging out with me for like 3 hours. It's been great. More mics, better lighting. Yeah, I think some just some sensor cameras in the common areas to gather all of that. Or you do what reality TV shows do and you tell them don't engage, don't have any discussions unless we're filming you for 8 hours, you know? Anyway, chat, you've been wonderful. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody's sensibility and shenanigans. I said that really wrong. I'm going to go and have lunch because I'm running very late for lunch. So... go out, wear your sunscreen, drink your water, hug your loved ones, have a snack, and take a walk in nature because you deserve it. For those of you on the rewatch, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. Chat, you've been lovely, and I've been Poppy. And I will see you all in the next video and or